all right. So, it's the Hunter Power Scaling Tier List.
Uh-huh.
Aren't you excited?
And the tiers are based on how hard Hisoka would get if he fought you.
All right. We have He Can't Even Smell You, Soft as a Pillow, Half Chub, One Pump Chump. He's hard. He's raging. Love of my life. Dead before climax and ant fetish. And
I should also say that the only two things that inspire us to do this tier list are one, Hunter x Hunter is made for power scaling, and two, the idea of naming them this.
yeah, and also like I kind of like when you brought the idea for this, I thought like this could make like a good companion piece for like my other power scaling stuff because like for you One Piece fans out there, I want you to just like try and compare the language like we use today compared to like I don't know the latest like could Mihawk kill Shanks video you saw or whatever.
You mean because Hunter x Hunter has percentages?
You know, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like Hunter x Hunter will bring up like I'm at 30% power, and like I get like it's not even like Dragon Ball where it's like that straightforward, but like it does like cater to that mindset a lot more, which is just delightful.
Yeah. Well, like the entire explanation of Nen to Kurapika, where in the manga, because you fuckers only watched 2011, in the manga, it's literally like a fucking math problem.
And also, like in for One Piece, like it is actually very like uncommon to get like a statement about how strong a character is. Like the most obvious one.
Statement.
Like the obvious, yeah, like the most obvious ones is like, oh, the door key rankings in Eni's lobby, which like, yeah, we can sort of take that like pretty straightforward. That's pretty useful stuff.
Even
But then like,
only physical
yeah,
strength.
but then like you'll just have like I don't know, like sure like Kaido's the strongest creature or whatever, but like we know I don't think anyone with a brain kind of bought that. Like no way the strongest character was gonna be like the 400 chapters before the end or whatever, or stuff like that. And like sometimes you just get something vague like you can't underestimate him or anything like that. And like even like something like Rurouni Kenshin, which like I'm reading through right now, like the guy I'm reading through that fight where it's like the guy with like the Godspeed, you know, that kid
Yeah.
who's really
Yeah.
fast, and he says and it, like he doesn't attack, and it's like, whoa, that was really fast. He's even faster than Kenshin ? And he's like, oh yeah, that was 3 tiers down from my highest speed. One Piece characters never talk like that. Almost never.
Talking like that.
They never say like that was 50% of my strength or that was my third strongest attack or what anything. You'll never get that. And so it's kind of like that's not like a bad thing. It's just that like when it comes to like power scaling, like other series just cater to it a lot more. All right, so let's just get started. So, like, just to start off, I have Tompa and Merim here, just so like we can establish like a baseline.
No, I do want to make an observation about Tonpa. Hisoka did the election with him twice, and while he never thought Tonpa was interesting enough to like validate, like
Harass.
he also never thought he was cringe enough to kill.
And also like Tompa like is like a physically fit man. He did like the 400 bajillion mile run. He did that.
Yeah, because his thing is like he's infinitely physically weaker than even like beginning of story Kurapika, but he's still done the Hunter exam how many times? Like
4, yeah, like a lot. Like he does this every year.
And his thing is literally being the biggest prick on the planet, and he's survived the whole thing.
I know, and like the thing is, he says I usually drop out at this point, which like implies like he probably could have passed the Hunter exam like if he wanted to. Like he had so many chances to do it. Like he does this for fun. Like he doesn't see this as like dangerous anymore.
No, he doesn't care. All right, we got this thing.
It's Gon's best friend.
Shot by Kite.
No, but like listen. This is actually the baby which Gon like sort of like helped. And the thing is,
with Gon.
yeah, no. Think about it. This guy wants to be the king of the forest, meaning he has to be the strongest thing in nature. So like, wouldn't he have to be like Merim too? Like Merim's his ultimate rival.
Because it's the king of his forest.
No, dude, think about it. Like if like we haven't seen this guy for like 400 chapters. Like literally 400 chapters. So he could have been like he could have been have a training arc if he has the similar like you know learning curve as Gon. If he has a similar learning curve to Gon, then he should be like a top tier now.
If you raise an interesting point, his only feat is getting one shot by Kite, which makes him Chimera Ant tier. So anyway, just a fox bear.
Yeah,
Just a fox bear.
I actually think Tompa could beat him. Honestly.
Tompa's not that ass. Tompa's capable.
I know, like, he can beat a bear. I believe in Tompa.
Tompa could beat a bear. I believe in Tompa.
Even if not with like his with his fist or whatever, he has like poison and shit, right?
It's the bear.
He just throws the can in its mouth.
Yeah, I believe in Tompa. All right,
it's the magical beast.
So they're weaker than Gon at the start of the series.
But like they seem like pretty good. They also have shapeshifting, which is also very helpful. So like I think that's fair for now. Not really a whole lot you can say.
The mere fact that they tanked a hit on the head from Gon already puts them a tier above Tompa, because Tompa could not do that.
Yeah, and then we have the guy Hisoka killed, so we're just gonna put him in soft as a pillow. I
think the one bit of credit we have to give him is that when Hisoka ran at him, the first thing he did was draw his sword and said, "Come get it." So you gotta give him some credit there. He was willing to fight.
Yeah, okay, I guess like the whole talk I had before about Hunter x Hunter, that's not really gonna apply to like the Hunter exam people, because they don't even have like Nen, which is the whole power system.
No, but there are a couple guys that were directly scaled, and we can talk about them.
Yeah, I forget his name, but he's pretty good. He's pretty good.
He beat Gon, but is weaker than Hisoka, which means nothing.
Yeah. Like honestly, he might be able to land like here, and the story would still be pretty consistent.
No, I feel like he has to be pretty low though, because Hisoka didn't seem like pumped up about fighting that guy.
No, he wasn't.
There was like 5 people in the whole exam Hisoka thought were worth fighting.
Hold on, let me take out my notes. I think I might have said something about him. Wait, nope. Not at all. Okay.
No, he got his head cut off. Good for him.
Yeah.
Alright,
Ponzu is soft as a pillow. I guess like maybe she's like better than Sword Guy. Probably not.
She has bees and like poison is something.
Yeah. Spear Boy will just go here. Samurai Boy will just go here.
Spear Boy cut a tree in half.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay. He can like go here then. Martial Arts Boy made it to the end, so I guess we could just put him at the top
we gotta give him credit for making it to the end.
Yeah,
no, Puff. That's what Martial Arts Boy was the first time we had like objective scaling. Netero said straight up, "Leorio, you would have beat him."
Yeah, we're gonna have a bit of a talk about Leorio because there's a bunch of anime onlys that don't know.
I hate what the anime did to my boy. And then the sumo guy, all we know is that he's physically strong, and then those 3, they had a training arc after Greed Island.
Yeah, and then
that guy,
he's pretty
strong.
Yeah, he's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Okay, so
he's not. I don't think he's any more impressive than Spear Boy though.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is gripping the wall more impressive than cutting a tree in half? Not really.
Not really. All right, now Paku is like actually a Nen user, so he's gonna actually have to go probably like
he was able to kill Chimera ants. King.
Yeah. Although I mean he also got killed by a Chimera ant, but like
Also, another thing is his reincarnation is the strongest character in the series.
Wait, who's his reincarnation?
Marowak.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that theory.
I'm dying on that hill, Puff. Morel is Pockle.
Okay, we have one of the 4 Devas of the Phantom Troupe, our boy. I forget his name.
So here's the thing. He has one really good punch, I guess.
He has to.
Did he beat a bear?
Probably not.
I don't think he could beat a bear. I don't think he... Okay, here's the thing. I don't think he could beat anyone who's, like, a confident fighter.
No, I don't think so. Like, maybe, like, if he got, like, a good hit in, maybe he'd win, but I don't think he can.
It would be funny. If he fought Leorio, he would punch Leorio, and Leorio would be like, oh, you are not that strong.
But that fist was made of iron!
Leorio would be fun.
Who is this freak? She doesn't do anything. He's ex-military, so I guess he goes
he's
like
stronger than Tonpa.
Yeah, so I guess he could just go like I don't know. I guess here.
Yeah, around there. That makes enough sense.
I think this is our first can't even smell you because like he doesn't know backbone or anything
too because she didn't fight either.
All right, that's true. All right, now this guy. All right, now this is the most impressive guy. Do you want to know why?
He is a hunter examinee.
Yeah, and also, he hurt Hisoka. He damaged Hisoka.
Not only did he damage Hisoka, Hisoka brutally attacked him and didn't kill him. No, also just, like, the mere fact, to become a hunter exam proctor, you have to be pretty strong. And also, you have to have Nen. Implying his knife attack was a Nen ability.
Yeah,
in
like
some
a
degree
manipulator or
another.
something.
Probably. Like, you know. Could he beat Paco?
Like honestly, I'm willing to. I don't think Paco could land a hit on Hisoka,
That's fair.
unless.
Also, I don't know if they'd let Paco be an exam, like an examiner.
Yeah. We have another examiner who we don't really know anything about him, but
Well, he blocked a Hisoka attack, so he has to go above the guy Hisoka killed. But they're the same. They're examiners. They've done nothing else.
yeah, Hanzo. Okay, Hanzo's like weird because like he's in the manga right now doing some pretty cool stuff.
Oh yeah, and also okay, that was also one of the first examples of scaling. Canonically stronger than Hunter Exam Killua, weaker than Hisoka. Very interesting.
Yeah, very, very. I remember like they Killua made that little diagram like Hisoka is this far away from Hanzo and it's not that far. So like
Oh, yeah.
in Killua's mind, Hanzo was closer to Hisoka than he was to Gon, which is pretty.
Awesome.
If you want to take that literally, it's pretty insane.
If we want to like say they progressed at the same rate, Hanzo was infinitely stronger than Paco before Nen training.
Yeah, and like they even said like he was picking up way faster than Paco. Like Paco was struggling a bit, where Hanzo was like already like a bit of a prodigy.
Yeah, like by the end of this arc, Hanzo could be higher.
Yeah, and I remember like Hanzo already killed like another Nen user. Like already he did.
Yeah, he did. Not to mention, we only have seen one of his several techniques, and
Yeah.
one we saw is a fucking doppelganger. Go die. What's his name?
I don't know the guy's name. I don't know.
I forgot. It starts with like an H or something.
Killua. Okay, like right now, Killua might be like one of the best fighters in the whole series,
Remember
just because of
that
Godspeed.
Hisoka considered killing Aluka and Killua just to piss off Illumi.
That is true. It's just like with Godspeed. Like I heard some people say with Godspeed he could even beat Hisoka, which I could buy that.
I
But
don't think
like,
that's because Godspeed doesn't, and Whirlwind, because that's the attack, doesn't seem to have any like damage output.
well, the thing is, like, he could still like kinda like not really like do a whole lot of damage to Yuppie, but he could probably hurt him better than Knuckle did.
Yeah. But also the thing is like, let's
And
say
Knuckle's not weak. Like I think if Knuckle like punched Hisoka, Hisoka would feel it.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah, like Hisoka would make ow, but also like I was just using Hisoka as a fucking model. Yeah, but no, like, yeah, because Godspeed temporarily makes Killua, like, besides maybe like his dad, like just undisputedly like the fastest living human. But the problem is he doesn't hit that hard.
I guess not. I mean, even then, he still has like Thunderbolt, which I can hit hard too.
Yeah, but like even then, we don't know how strong. That's the thing. Like, it's fast, but we don't know how strong it is because the only person he hit with it was literally Yuppie.
I know, like Yuppie literally said, like this guy is like 1/10 my strength, and I can't even touch him.
Yeah, because like like not being able to hurt Yuppie doesn't say anything. Well, also
No one
Thunderbolt has that paralysis effect, which is pretty good.
Yeah. I guess he'll just stay there for now.
Yeah,
He might go down one depending on like where we put him.
He might. Okay. Yeah.
Leorio.
So
Okay.
Early Leorio was actually a menace.
Yeah, like
He was
he would
physically
probably go here, like early Leorio.
Yeah, because he was physically stronger than Gon, which is insane.
Yeah, I remember like when they went to the Zoldyck's mansion, he like was able to already like push open like the first door before everyone else, or like the second one too.
And then by the end, he was the only one of the group able to open 2 doors. The rest could only open 1.
You remember that
And, like,
sick arm wrestling scene where it's just like, here, let me do it.
The thing is, like, so Leorio has really good base physical strength, but like his Nen's not that good. So like,
Well, dude, he punched Jin, and Jin's one of the top 5 nen users on the planet.
except Gein's Nen ability is he can copy any punching attack he gets hit with. So like,
Just ignore that. Just forget about that. Alright, well, currently he'd definitely dick on Paco.
I don't think he would.
You don't think he would?
I'm not convinced he could obliterate Paco. I think like they're comparable.
Like I'm gonna
Dude,
bet on.
Paco has rainbow arrows. What's Leorio gonna do against the orange arrow, the fastest of all the arrows?
I think you just hit him and be like, "Ow! Get over here, you little! Get over here! Get over here!"
What about the flame arrow? I can't name any other arrows because they only use two. But
But also, like, if they're fighting in, like, a straight corridor, sure, maybe. But, like, if they're, like, not, then, like, Leorio can punch him, like, from around walls and behind walls and shit, which is pretty cool.
yeah, I think both of them just have to think if we haven't fully seen their ability, and we're never seeing all of Paco's.
Nah, unfortunately.
Poor man.
Okay, Kurapika's a weird one, because if he's
Okay,
fighting one of the
so-
spiders, then he just instantly wins. But, like, if he's not...
character ever. But then even then, current Kurapika is still like strong.
I know, like the last ability has the dolphin finger that can just steal someone's ability just like that. Like Chrollo has to have a bunch of dumb conditions to steal power, and
Also, the thing is
Kurapika can just do it.
Also, the thing is, Emperor time. Like Kurapika can still use Emperor time.
Yeah.
He just can't use. All he can't. What is it? He can't max them. Is that it?
You can't use chain jail, and he can't use he can't use the dolphin fin without Emperor time. He can't use
No, not Emperor time. I mean, what can he not use when he's fighting when he's not fighting a spider? Because he can use Emperor time against non-spiders.
Yeah, no, he still can. I think it's just chain jail that he's not allowed to use against anyone else.
Okay, so he still has like insane like physical strength.
Yeah, insane physical strength, can steal your ability if you let yourself be open. He can heal himself.
Oh, there's one thing I want to point out.
Oh, and also the sword of judgment, which like he could just like stab you with and say, "Do what I say, or else you instantly die."
No, he's not allowed to use the sword without a Phantom Troop member either.
Didn't he use it on? No, he actually used it on himself. Like he said, I have to change the condition to use it on other people, so that like
Right.
And also like he also like threatened one of those guys saying, "I could force confession out of you with this ability." In the latest manga.
His other ability, the one that lets him tell if you're lying.
Oh yeah, that one. But like still, like I remember he had to talk about like, listen, I couldn't risk like saying only the Phantom because I planned to use this ability on myself. So like I didn't want to take that risk of me instantly dying if I didn't count.
It's just limited to like a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like so he's a really good.
I know, it's stupid.
It's kind of funny that he's still fighting with a gun, but like that's kind of just like because it's most convenient for him, I guess.
Yeah. Because gotta save up his nen.
Yeah. Gon, who.
Okay. Yeah. If we adult Gon, Pito said, "Oh, adult Gon could probably beat up the king, and that's not good."
And I remember before he even transforms, he's like, "I have to kill this kid before he hurts his fangs might reach the king. Oh my god."
Mm-hmm. So yeah, okay. If it's current Gon sucks ass.
Yeah, current Gon, no Nen, he'd just go like here.
But if like peak Gon,
peak Gon goes here, and if we're doing like before Gon's like psych snapped and before he saw Kite like in that state, he'd probably go like here.
Yeah, like lower than Killua, but like still really strong.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on what timeline are we working with. Because if it's current Gon, he's going down here.
And let's do Gon at his strongest just to be nice.
Yeah, okay, so Gon at his strongest is like ant fetish. Adult Gon is gonna bully everyone.
Of the 2.5 humans on the planet capable of beating a royal guard.
It's pretty stupid.
Yep. All right. And who's next, though?
It's the guy who opened the gate, so he's gonna go.
Physically, he's a strong guy.
Yeah. I think he'd like strangle one of these guys to death.
And he hasn't died yet, for what that's worth.
Yeah, and this guy's also just like same job, but he's not old as fuck.
He's presumably stronger.
He's also a hunter too.
Yeah, ex-hunter.
All right, do you know who this guy is?
Okay, wait. The weird thing. Oh, wait, I know who he is.
Who is
he?
He's
one of the two guys that the dog eats.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know who the hell he was. I thought I'd just leave him in case you knew. I was just putting
that's one of the two guys the dog eats. Oh,
yeah, who cares? I'm just gonna go. Yeah, no, I had to reorganize it to get all the people who were like who we're actually gonna talk about at the top. Okay. Now we have.
Killua's great grandpa's on here twice, which is very funny.
Yeah, it's very weird. It's like the young version of him and then the old version, which I guess they just forgot.
Right, so this is Mike, who is very strong. Strong wolf.
Yeah, strong boy. One pump chump. Maybe he's hard.
I feel like Mike could contend with Chimera ants.
Yeah, honestly, like it's kind of. I think the thing is just like with the way the Zoldycks are, like as like some of the most powerful people, like he could like be like really strong and it still like make sense.
For all we know, Mike could be up there, but I think just to be reasonable, we just put him like down there.
Yeah.
And
And then Canary, which.
So we know Canary is infinitely stronger than the top of Half Chub.
Yep. But like she doesn't like. It's kind of even questionable if she's like stronger than Gon at that point because Gon didn't want to fight her and all that.
Gon didn't want to fight. Also, the anime jerked her off more.
Yeah.
Like, the anime made her stronger than she was in the manga. It let her do a lot more.
Yeah, I guess that's what we're doing. We're kind of just mostly going off the manga because that's what I read last. And
Yeah,
same
like,
true for you too,
know.
right? Alright, so Silva, like, it's kind of like Silva hasn't had, like, a real fight yet. But, like, he is able to one-shot Chitu, who's, like, really strong. And, like, he's implied to be really good in a lot of ways. Like, you know, he's the head of the Zoldycks
he's
now.
He's the leader of the Zoldycks. And also, he killed a Phantom Troop member.
Yeah. I mean, I remember, like, that was one of the ways they had tried to hype the troop was that, like, oh yeah, my dad killed him, but he said the pay wasn't worth it, which is, like, the highest, like, praise he ever gives a target.
Yeah.
Probably because, like, Chrollo, like, saw him do it, was like, oh shit, that Chrollo guy's pretty strong.
Yeah, because Silva said, oh, Chrollo, you've improved a lot since last time.
Alright, there's not really much else to talk about with him, sadly.
No, he hasn't done anything. He could be, like, an absolute menace. And
I know, he might be, like, up here. I don't know.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Alright, now, Illumi, like, it's a little weird, because, like, depending on, like, what he's done so far, like, Killua has done more impressive stuff, but, like, I kind of imagine that at this point, like, Illumi should still be stronger. Like, narratively. Yeah, like
One Piece scaling where it's, like, stands next to Hisoka a lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, he did get, like, a 9.5 on Hisoka's weird power scaling ranking, which is, like, the highest one we've gotten so far.
Which put him above a lot of the Zodiacs, who are pretty strong.
Yeah. And, like, also it kind of just makes sense, because I think, like, at some point Killua might have to, like, fight Illumi. Like, that kind of just seems a predictable thing. So, like, him, like, going into it stronger than Illumi already.
You know that whole thing of, like, the stronger you are, the better you are at gauging your opponent. And Illumi, to some degree, thinks he could fight Hisoka and win.
Yeah. I mean,
and Illumi's strong enough to not overestimate himself. So, like, you know, he'd stand a chance.
Yeah. And then we have the big grandpa Zoldyck.
Zeno, who, like, you know, he's done more than Silva. Okay, mostly his fucking, what's it called? Dragon
Dive!
Dragon Dive is fucking stupid.
It's kind of like the most large-scale attack we've seen, like, a human do in the whole series, I think.
It is insane.
Unless you want to talk about Uvo in the Phantom Rogue movie. What's that noise?
I know what to do. The website. Right click on the tab and mute it.
Okay.
Like, go up to the HunterxHunter tab, like where it says create a hunter. Now right click on it.
Alright, yeah, we know. I know. Okay.
Yeah,
so, okay.
Just mute that, because then
Fuck,
no matter
that
where
was
the ad is,
scary.
you won't hear it.
That was scary. Okay, anyway, Uvo in that one stupid fucking Rogue movie, like, blew up, like, well, it looked like he blew up, like, half a town with one punch, and that's pretty funny.
Okay, but also at the same time, Gon and Killua did weirdly well against him.
Yeah, kinda. They didn't immediately die when they fight him, but they still needed Nobunaga to bail him out.
Now, it was a bad movie.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the worst Hunter x Hunter movie, to be fair. And the other one's terrible. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, I think he should be even stronger, just to go with this theme of older Zoldyck equal better.
Well,
I think that's funny.
The whole thing is, when Zeno praised Netero, he said he's the only guy to ever fight my dad and live.
Yeah.
Which, you know, says a lot.
Yeah. Man, a nice little family here, and then Kurapika.
Get out of here.
Alright, this Alaka is a dumb one.
Speak. And also, you know, another reason Alaka's an outlier? Hisoka would not get a hard-on from fighting Alaka.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of, it's unfortunate where it's like, alright, could she technically insta-kill anyone? Yes. But, like, would Hisoka want to fight her? No, because it's not fun to fight Alaka. It's either you die immediately or you beat up a child.
And even then, Nanika is technically only strong with someone talking to it.
Yeah, like, she either needs, like, someone to make a wish or Killua to ask a favor.
Yeah. Not to mention, we don't know what happens if you, like, attack
Right,
Nanika.
And also, like, alright, for this next guy, we're gonna have to pull out the Hunter x Hunter data books.
Now listen, we understand that these things are imperfect. However,
This is all we have to go on for
search
Wing.
like your like stat list.
Stat. I want the pentagon. That looks fun. I want that pentagon.
That's hard to find. You just need like this PNG.
Alright.
You should, yeah.
Oh
Because
my God.
Wing, according to this, is a goddamn monster.
I want to open the image. I don't want the Reddit post. Oh my God. Okay, whatever.
I can see it. Wing is right below Killua. With the only thing Wing has a 2 in is talent.
Okay, Wing. Okay,
Right there.
4. Like, look, all 4s, and like this is out of 5. So Wing's pretty. Like, aren't like 4s and 5s what like the top humans and the royal guards get for the most part?
Up a little bit.
Yeah, Netero is all
yeah.
5s. Pito is all like all 5s and a couple 4s.
Wing has Pito tier mind and knowledge. That's obviously you have to take those with a grain of salt, but because Wing doesn't do anything.
No, dude, he's Bisky's #1 student, or not #1 student, but like a student of Bisky.
The way we have to go off of it is 2 things. 1, Netero invented the technique, so using Netero martial art, that's neat. And 2, that scene where he like makes a giant crack in the wall with just a little bit of pressure is like pretty good.
Yeah.
Because like that wasn't even an attack; that was just him pushing against the wall.
Yeah.
Although
Also, isn't it so fucking cool that Hunter x Hunter like has like stat sheet data books? Like, One Piece doesn't have that.
Piece actually did in the data book. One Piece had 1 data book with stat sheets, and it was terrible.
Alright, Zushi. Now, if we
Zushi.
want to go off the movie of The Last Mission, Zushi gave a really strong guy a bloody nose.
But if we're being serious here, okay, so Zushi's whole thing is like he's very slowly training the Tower of Heaven.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, maybe after the time skip, Zushi is like a fucking beast. We don't know.
Dude, Floor Master Zushi, come on. It was in The Last Mission, Floor Master Zushi.
Yeah, I don't think we're there yet.
And honestly, I feel like Canary might be able to beat him.
No, Canary could probably beat Zushi. It'd just be the same thing as fighting Killua. It'd just take a while.
Alright, and we got Spin Top. Mr. Spin
Now,
Top.
here's the thing: those guys beat up Zushi. However, Zushi's gotten stronger.
Yeah, but like,
Also, here's the thing: like, I don't think they could beat Paco and Leorio because they're just like not all that.
yeah, that's true. I feel like, I think Paco could beat these guys.
Because like, look, their whole thing
Like,
is
Paco
they're not
would be
good
in like
at
the
fighting.
fight of his life, like that.
No, I think Paco would be fine because their whole thing is they beat up newbies because they're not strong enough to fight actual contenders.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, for all we know, Mike would actually eat them.
Actually, let's just do that, just to be fun. Just to be fun. And then this is like the one guy I'm actually kind of looking forward to talking about because like he's in a weird position where like he only has one like pretty in detail fight against Hisoka, who's one of the strongest dudes in the whole story. So like depending on how
his name is Kastro.
Kastro, yeah. Like because he can still rip off Hisoka's arm with one attack, and that's pretty nutty.
I mean, you can point out Hisoka knew he was going to, so like he didn't guard it.
Well, yeah.
But even then, his lion fist things are stated
Tiger
to rip
fist.
through trees.
Tiger
Tiger
fist.
fist, yeah. And like his doppelganger was comedically flawed, but like it's still a fucking doppelganger. It's still a 2v1.
I mean, like he like it's like the way they put it is like, oh, because he stretched like his categories too thin. Like let's just pull that up now because like I need the One Piece fans to see this like Nen categories.
Oh, Nen chart. Yeah, it's the Nen chart.
Yeah.
We need to see the matchups. Yeah.
All right, so like he was an enhancer, and because he was using manipulation and conjuration abilities, which are the furthest away, he like was spreading his like talent too thin, and so like his clone ability ended up being kind of ass. But like even then, he was still like really strong, even though he was doing that. Like Hisoka was actually excited to fight him and was looking forward to it, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
he disappointed Hisoka at the end of the day because he's he did that, but like
then,
he's still like
Hisoka decide like obviously Hisoka partially let him rip his arms off because Machi was there, but like Hisoka decided that the best way to beat Kastro was to lose an arm.
yeah, which is
like,
still
he's good.
He could probably kill he could probably kill half the Phantom Troop if we're being honest.
Okay, that's because half the Phantom Troop can't really fight.
But I like saying that because it makes people mad.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah, we're gonna need this for a couple characters like Razor.
Yeah, Razor is so great. I love how Razor fits into all this.
Okay, who's next?
It's Zepile.
He has done fuck all.
Alright, these guys are just implied to be kind of strong as hunters.
He's one of the good bounty hunters.
Yeah, like I remember Killua said, "Ooh, this guy's kind of skilled," which means
Kurapika. No, Kurapika said the only competent bounty hunters are the Zoldicks, and then this guy and the emo guy.
yeah, which I think that's enough to put them above Pakal, which like, ooh, a good Nen user, good fighter.
That's competent. That's impressive.
Yeah. But again, because like Chrollo's the guy who kills him, and Chrollo's gonna land really high, you could put him like up here, and like it would still make sense, which I think is funny.
It doesn't say anything about your rep if Hisoka beats you.
I know it's funny. Oh, there's also the mask. I guess we'll just put him there too.
Oh wait, no, that was one of the weaker ones though.
Okay, then let's just put him in here. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Okay,
Melody.
Not a fighter, but like I think she could beat these guys if she really needed to.
Most secrets, just like hypnosis abilities, are good.
Yeah. Like, I guess it's kind of, like, questionable if she can, like, beat them. Like, can she, like, punch real good?
Well, like, I mean, the fact that she became, like, a bodyguard implies she's, like... She believes she can, like, defend herself, or she wouldn't have become one.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. Squalla! Oh, boy!
Okay,
oh, boy! Dude, fucking dogs, am I right? He's got dogs.
He's another case where it's like all he did was get killed in a 2v1 against the Phantom Troop.
Well, let's go over his abilities. All right, he has dogs, and he can like control the dogs to like do certain tasks, like push a cart and open doors.
Yeah, like he's security detail, so he's not like a fighter.
I think like all these guys could like murder his whole pack of dogs.
That's the thing. It's kind of like your dog's ain't all. Cause yeah, he's like for security detail.
I remember he tried to make with like the Saint Bernards will come in and rip your throats after like all the other dogs like nip at your feet and like topple you over.
Even that, I think that was only in the anime.
Yeah. All right. This guy actually has 1 feet. He can take like 10 gunshots and be unscathed.
Yeah, and here's the thing: like he got one shot by Phinks and couldn't pierce Uvo. But here's the thing: a lot of people can't pierce Uvo. That's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, I think maybe you could pump up Pakal if you want to be generous, but like I feel like maybe like up here would make sense too.
Yeah. Also, like just other things like, you know, he was the leader of the bodyguards, so, like, he can't suck that bad.
Yeah, he can't be complete dog shit.
Like, getting killed by Phinks when you're off guard doesn't say anything.
Alright, I think this is, like, he's not great. He's like...
broken by Franklin.
And also, like, his ability just isn't that good. It's like, you get 12 guys who, like, carry swords, but also they're dumb as shit, and, like, have...
Later on, way better clone users, like Morel or
Razor.
who just blow him out of the water.
Yeah. Or even, like, Kastro, even though he only makes 1, like, it's way stronger than anything this guy makes.
Yeah, by a mile.
Then we have, I forget his name, but he does haiku.
And he's not dead yet.
Yeah, I think, you know, Leorio.
Yeah, he's got a new ability. He says, if I punch you and I'm right, you will burn alive.
Yeah, you're gonna burn.
Yeah.
Fun. And then we have a manipulate. If she kisses you, she wins. So, like, that's pretty good.
You could, like, counter it with, like, Nen, but, like...
You like use an emitter technique on your lips as she tries to kiss you and just push her away.
You gotta use, what's it called when you focus it on your eyes?
Gyo.
You gotta use Gyo on your lips.
No, he's invincible.
No, presumably the same general idea.
Yeah, I mean, like, I remember she kicked around like some of his clones, so like I guess like she can do that.
But the clones were just there for, like, testing. She also murdered a butler for no reason.
Yeah. Why'd you do that? It's kind of an
Owl.
asshole. Alright, the Shadow Beast! Alright, these guys are gonna be fun to do.
But here's the thing about Owl. Owl beat Nobunaga.
He did, didn't he?
Objectively speaking.
And also, like, when Chrollo was up against these two guys, the ability he decided to use was
Was one
owls.
he just got.
Was owls. That cloth is really good, man. It's like an insta win.
So Owl has like I assume the whole thing is like all of his offensive stats probably suck, but he just has an insane ability.
You know, why does he need offensive stats when he can just like insta win by putting you in a cloth and turning you into a little bag?
All of the bounty hunters were hired because they are better at killing people than the shadow beasts are. That was literally the point.
Yeah, it seems like the Shadow Beast had like a more general set of abilities, like
Yeah, they said the mafia was wrong because their guys are meant for torture and shit. We need actual bounty hunters, which is basically them saying our shadow beasts ain't all that.
Yeah, I guess like the weird thing about Owl is that like he doesn't really get a fight, but like his ability is just so good, you kind of have to put him where he is. And like also he like was able to catch up with a car, so like he's really fast. He could catch up with a car. He just jump on a car.
It's like, you know, I don't think he could beat Hanzo based on anything we've seen.
No, unfortunately, but also I have to stop for a sec. Alright, I guess like another thing about the Shadow Beast is that like we have some mafia guys in the current arc, and like I guess like because the Shadow Beasts were the best like Nen users, they kind of have to go above people like Animal Boy who are pretty good.
Yeah.
Although Animal Boy could be like, he did say like the mafia went through a lot of like restructuring power wise, so like maybe like he was always stronger, but like he never had the chance to rise through the ranks or whatever. That's possible. But I guess like the other Shadow Beasts aren't like as good as Owl, but like this guy is still pretty good because he managed to
canonically could have killed Uvo.
Yeah, like the thing is like Uvo's the master enhancer who's like always like he could take a super bazooka to the face and doesn't get hurt. This guy bites harder than a super bazooka. How crazy is that?
Yeah, gotta give him credit for that. And yeah, as they said, if he used lethal poison, he would have killed, which is kind of the bounty hunter thing again of like, they're not killers.
Yeah, like he was just planning to like kill and capture Uvo.
Which I feel like, yeah, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, like also like if he like got like most people with that attack, he kind of just wins.
Well, also he can't block like a skull bullet spit.
But dude, that was from Uvo, who's the Master Enhancer.
Uvo spit.
Master Enhancer Uvo.
All I'm saying is they should probably go a tier lower.
But like, dude, Owl though. Owl's really good. Owl beat Nobunaga.
I think they're comparable to Examiners, and even then they probably lose to most of them. Now this guy has the best ability.
Like the thing is, I don't know how like he'd win a fight, but he's not gonna. It's kind of hard to like beat him, I guess.
No, but here's one thing you have to remember: not only did he block Uvo's fist, he pierced Uvo through the bone.
Yeah, which is really good. Well, I've actually heard some like really funny debates with this guy where like, it's like how do they beat him? They can't beat him. They can't touch him. And the other guy's like, all right, maybe not, but like he could just like starve him out and like wait till he starves to death while the other guy like you know goes to like out to lunch and just doesn't feed him or whatever. Yeah.
I think the bounty hunters, the two good ones, should probably be on tier with the shadow beasts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're outright described as just shadow beasts, except they're actually good at killing things. Yeah. And they both did the same thing. They were strong guys who got murdered by Phantom Troop members. Unfair.
Leech seems to be like bad. Like I don't think he's like suited for combat at all.
Like Leech seems like he only exists to combo with Dog or whatever his name is.
I know. Like I kind of like think he's just actually dog shit.
Because he's a shadow beast, he must be capable of like physically defending himself a little bit.
I mean, it's kind of funny to imagine maybe he just like punched one of these guys out or whatever. But like, yeah, he probably could. I guess we just put him in the same. I guess like just to be fair, we should put him here.
I imagine his like raw and net abilities are just like a lot higher than theirs.
It's kind of funny to think when all he does is make leeches. Like, why what use is that ability in a fight like at all?
It's for interrogation. They're not meant to fight.
All right, Worm is actually pretty good. Pretty good. Not only did he like manage to hurt Uvo, he also took more than one punch from Uvo.
Not only that, he took the Big Bang Punch and died later.
Yeah, and like he also has like a really good ability just being able to travel through the ground and sneak attack people.
Also, part of his ability seems to be his fucked up body.
Yeah, like I honestly wouldn't surprise me if he was like the strongest shadow beast we see.
Oh, just based off of what we saw, it seems like he is.
Yeah. It's kind of funny to think because they're not all that good, but they're still going to go halfway up the tier list.
It's like, at least they did things. All right, Paku
all right. Now we're at the Phantom Troop, which is probably like where the list gets fun to do.
To explain the Phantom Troop dynamics, because Chrollo talks about them. As Chrollo says, there are two types of Phantom Troop members. There are the useful ones and the fighter. And the useful ones are like specialists like Paku, or people with really good thieving abilities.
Oh my
like,
god, stop it, Reddit. Why do you have to do that to me?
What the fuck is it called? Who's the dumb... Or Kotobi, who, like, has a really good copy ability, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the useless ones, who are like Nobunaga and Sphinx. Where, like, they're strong, but, like, they're not helpful at thieving. So, ironically, the most useful Phantom Troop members are, like, far and away the weakest ones.
Alright, now here's the objective power scaling ranking. These are their power levels up. We have Uvo at the top, Chrollo's like dog shit middle, and then we have Uvo's at the dog shit middle. Yeah. Phinks is
this gives us a good physical strength ranking.
Yeah, it's just physical strength with just like one ass. Like I actually heard a lot of people like have weird debates about this, like whether or not these are credible, because like maybe some troop members will like hold back and like not show their full powers, which is kind of possible.
Chrollo would hold back, but like
yeah,
why would Shizuku hold back? Shizuku doesn't like losing.
Yeah, but I guess like some people also thought like maybe this doesn't account for their nen, which might make a lot of sense.
Oh yeah, honestly, because they wouldn't use nen. This is pure physical strength.
Yeah, and you're like. Because, like, Chrollo, like, is able to, like, physically contend with two Zoldicks at the same time. So it'd be kind of funny to imagine, like, Machi can do the same as well.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny. But anyway, also, look at the Nen category thing, because this kind of confirms it. Because one thing that I remember is Killua was able to break Paku's arm, but couldn't do anything to Machi. And that is because, if you look at the Nen chart, Specialist, which is what she is the opposite of Enhancer. So her arm was not that strong.
Yep, although some specialists just, like, get to have both. Like, if you're one of the Royal Ants or Kurapika.
Well, that's because they're, like, fake. Because they're just everything.
Yeah, it is. It's not fair.
Well, yeah, ants don't get to make their abilities. So, like, Paku, still very strong, but, like...
Alright.
She's not that weak, but, like,
I think Paku could probably, she could probably, beat these people in, like, hand-to-hand.
I think Paku is, like, Pockle tier.
I don't know about that, because, like, sure, she's stronger than Gon and Killua at the time, like, maybe. Yeah. Even then, like, I'm not even sure about that much. Killua might be able to box her out. I guess so. I mean, I guess, like, if we're gonna do that, then she must go, like, above these guys, at least.
Yeah. You know, I think around Pockle tier is fair, because, again, she's not a combatant in the slightest. She is a memory user. That's why when they go to get info, they send Nobunaga with her.
Yeah, now, and then Shizuku can actually fight.
No, Shizuku does have one insane thing, Puff.
Yeah, like, if you're bleeding at all, she just...
automatically.
It's so funny. She gets one hit in, and it's kind of just over. She sucks all your blood out.
Nutty. But then, like, her reaction speed isn't that fast, and even as she points out, she's kind of stupid.
Yeah, like, she barely manages to beat, like, Pike, who's, like, just a kind of strong Chimera ant.
Yeah, and she openly states part of that is because she's not very smart. And also, as Chrollo would say, she is one of the useful ones.
Would she beat the Shadow Beasts, like...
I think she could beat some of them. She doesn't beat Leech, for the record.
Yeah, I don't think... I'm not sure about, like, Owl, because, like, Owl's stupid. And, like, this guy gets one hit in, he wins. And then, like, Worm's kind of just, like, a pretty strong physical dude.
Pretty tanky.
So I think, like, this is, like, she goes, like, here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. And then we have... Okay, Franklin's, like...
a monster.
He's kind of the one we know the least about, almost. But, like...
Being, like, strong.
Yeah, like he could like go either at the top of this tier or like at the bottom of this one, I guess, just based on what we've seen.
Because, like, his Nen bullets are very strong. He's very physically tanky and good at physical fighting, and that's, like, all we know.
And also he's like third highest or fourth highest in the arm wrestling.
Which makes sense, because in the flashback, he was the one who had to fight off Uvo when they were kids.
Yeah, I guess like he could like his Nebels can just like wipe out a whole army of like there were some nen users among them, so like mid tier nen users just like
none of them had weapons. That was the point.
well, yeah, but I mean, like, even people like this, like, Nenyus like that, just
Yeah.
a whole horde of them all just gone in an instant.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because, like, Franklin's thing is, like, he's one of the, like, 3 Shadow Beasts, not Shadow Beasts, Phantom Troop that never got a one-on-one.
Yeah.
It's like, gotta give him that. I think that's a fine place for him.
Yeah. I can't wait to see him do more. He seems pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited.
Alright, Uvo, which is, like, pretty strong boy. Pretty strong boy.
He's probably the strongest, probably, like, top 3 Phantom Troop.
Yeah, like I remember when they called him like a master enhancer. I wonder if they actually mean like he's actually like maxed out to the point where like in terms of like raw power, he's like actually outclasses like every other human on the planet besides maybe like Netero or something.
I'm willing to believe. Okay, because Netero's dumb. And
yeah, it's like not many people have an attack like Big Bang attack. They just don't.
Yeah, Big Bang Fist is a bit of a beast, and like he's also like as he said, immensely tanky. He's offended when you compare him to a tank.
Yeah. I remember, like, I heard some people say that, like, if Kurapika didn't have, like, a chain jail, which, like, nags every Phantom Troop member, then, like, he would have lost, which might be true.
Well, his whole thing is, like, his dumb healing and his super strength also outclassed Uvo.
Well, not really a super strength, because Uvo still, like, broke his arm when they fought, like, head-to-head.
That was the thing. Kurapika's like, I have fully mastered enhancement, and then Uvo still broke his arm, and Uvo's like, it worked. Admittedly, that was a Big Bang Fist, but still. That's something the anime didn't show, Puff. The thing that broke Kurapika's enhanced arm was a Big Bang Fist, because after Uvo hit it, he said, nothing can withstand the Big Bang attack.
Yeah.
His thing is just he's really tanky and hits really fucking hard. He's like the perfect enhancer.
Yeah, and like even when like he was paralyzed from the neck down, he still managed to kill like 3 shadow beasts or 4 at the same time.
he's a bit of a lad.
I know, and also like he just doesn't have like because he's an enhancer, he just doesn't have any outright weaknesses.
Yeah, and also because he's the only Phantom Troop member that we've seen like die in like a reasonable fight where we saw the whole thing. He's the only one like we've seen the full limit of their ability.
Yeah. And also in that one movie, he blew up like half a town with one punch. Shalnar
is not all that.
But like he is like he can like he has an insta win condition, which is pretty good.
Yeah, he has an insta-win condition, which so does Shizuku, to be fair.
Yeah, but like the thing is, like he has to like use his trump card against like a peon ant, which kind of
ant.
Yeah, which like makes him seem like really bad. Like I remember he said, like I can't even pierce this thing without like going for like its armpit or something where there's no armor with its like with his little needle.
Yeah.
So it's like it seems like he's just like a lot weaker than Gon and Killua was at the time, like comedically so. He might. I think he's like weaker than he might be like weaker than Shizuku.
I believe that. And like, sure, his boost form is really good, but like, we don't know how long that lasts, and he loses his memory, so it's not. So evidently, he can't like think while he's using it.
No, the thing is, that he actually said like it tires him out like really quickly, and he hates using it. So like, this is like his Super Saiyan trump card, and he had to use against a peon ant.
It wipes his memory means he's probably not thinking that hard when he's using it, and not being able to think very hard during a Hunter fight makes you pretty garbage.
Yeah, it just. It's not good. It's not good. Like he still's like a really good. He's still like one needle in, he wins, which is still good. But like the fact that he can't pierce like a peon ant, kind of like implies that anyone with like a good strong like Ren or like aura would just be like immune to him.
Yeah.
Like just box.
Also, he's like a fucking obliterated.
He did.
Fucking god.
Bonolenov.
Okay, so here's
You're fast, but are you faster than sound?
Okay, so here's the thing. Downsides for Bono Lenov are there's actually another one for Shizuku. They both openly went to Chrollo and said, Hisoka is going to kick my ass. Okay, no, but here's the thing. People point out that he's a chump because, like, he needed to use Jupiter to beat that ant.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. The ant shit on him and made fun of him, and it's kind of implied he overkilled.
Yeah, no, he kind of did, but the thing is, I actually, like, I watched a couple Seth the Programmer videos to hype myself up for this stream, and,
Oh, you told me about how goofy those are.
yeah, no, like, he said, like, one point he bring up is, like, he couldn't even, like, pulverize the ant, like, the ant's body was still, like, intact and all that, which, like, in other cases, like, when we see, like, Gon or, like, Killua fight them, they just aren't.
Yeah.
So like it kind of implies that like Gon and Killua, just like their stronger like physical attacks, not even like the John can or anything, are stronger than his Jupiter, which is kind of
probably not true.
I mean, I'm not sure about that, but like they are like a lot stronger than he was at the time at least, because like they fight a lot stronger people.
It's like he can, yeah, like he can fight, and like you can't say an ant pushed him to his limit because like the ant pissed him off, and then he crushed it, and then said, "Good, you're squashed like a bug, like you deserve." As in, like he was dicking on the ant on purpose. You wanted to dick on him.
Yeah, and like also he was still like ready to fight Zazan. Like he was kind of like hyped for that, so like he would have at least given her a good fight, I imagine.
Well, I mean, they all thought they could fight Zazan.
That is true. So like
Sharmark would have been like, "I will pass. I would die."
Phinks, who's like the one who I think is the one we know like the least about, just because like all he does is kill an ant, and like stand beside Phaeton, beside Phaeton.
Be the second physically strongest of the troop, which is good.
Yeah,
and he's part of like the like 4 attacking boys.
I mean, it's kind of just like he just seems to be like a worse Uvo because he's just a good enhancer from what we know.
But he is one of the 4 attacking boys, which are like Nobunaga, Phinks, Uvo, and Phaeton. But he is so far the least impressive out of them.
Yeah. I mean, like, I kind of imagine he'll probably be better as we get more, because just like like just battle shonen rules. Like the longer it takes for you to show what this character does, usually the stronger they are. But like even with Hunter x Hunter, I wasn't even sure that applies, because like we kind of go up and down sometimes. Like we had Chimera Ant, and now we scaled way the hell back in the Black Whale arc.
And also the thing is, like, Phinks' ability is like it's an enhancer ass ability. It's really stupid.
If I wind up my shoulder, I get stronger with every wind up. I'll use 13 wind ups to beat you.
It's like, if let's say he's not fighting a cocky ant. Let's say he's fighting someone who, like, makes him constantly move around. He wouldn't be able to use his hands as much. Like, here's the thing. Castro would make Phinks, like, have to move his hands a lot.
Yeah,
he wouldn't get to wind up that often.
I mean, I guess, like, maybe, like, we could put Castro below the Phantom Troop guys.
No, just because of, like, general. It'd be weird if...
Honestly, I feel like he probably beat Bona Lenov. I'm not sure about Franklin and Phinks, though.
But I think, like, Phinks and Franklin could presumably beat him because they're, like, fighters.
Yeah, and also, like, I guess, like, if we're gonna go back to the list, like, because they're, like, Phinks is, like, an enhancer who has, like, a really good enhancer ability, and Castro, like, squandered his potential. Like, doesn't necessarily mean Castro's gonna be weaker, but it just seems to be more likely that way.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't surprise me if Franklin is like the emitter version of Uvo, where he like has completely dedicated himself to being an amazing emitter. Because as like one of the like after pages pointed out, cutting off his fingers and turning them into gun shells does technically make him stronger.
Oh yeah, I love that page because like it kind of implied that like Nen can have like a placebo effect where like just like doing something that like feels like can make your power stronger can actually help. And I thought that was kind of interesting and cool.
Yeah. It's like, Franklin and Phinks are strong. Alright, and then Kurapika sucks.
Alright, no, hold on. Okay, couple things for Kurapika. He can clone 50 whole buildings! He's 50 times built. And also, he was ready to square up against Phaeton and Phinks alongside Machi Dude. He was ready to go. He was raring to go. He was ready. He was
that puff counterpoint, he got off screen by Hisoka, and Hisoka did not look remotely harmed.
I think maybe like above Paku, just because like the cloning thing could maybe be helpful.
I do think he's like Paku tier, where they're not a fighter; they're here because their ability is amazing.
I mean, like I guess like isn't he like an all threes or like all twos like on the weird list thing?
I mean, he's low as fuck. It's kind of sad. I feel bad for him.
Alright, where's
Kortopi?
Where's Kortopi?
It's right below Chi2.
Oh. Wait, this isn't
Towards
alphabetical. What the fuck?
No,
Okay,
it's in terms of raw numbers.
okay, cool. Okay, threes and twos.
Like not bad or anything.
Yeah. I mean, wait.
Also, remember, don't take that list very seriously, Puff.
What else can we do?
Okay,
All right.
and then we get because
Kaluto.
according to that. Okay, then we got Kaluto, who, Zoldyck.
Yeah, and also like they're probably stronger than Shizuku and Shalnark because like they beat one of the like officers with peons without much trouble.
And yeah, they said if I wasn't like such a fucking show off, I would have beaten them faster.
But she was also like, oh, I can't like I can't fight these guys. They're like kind of crazy.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
sure
like they saw them fighting, and they're like, "Oh my god!"
Like she couldn't even like barely keep up with Phaeton's fight with her eyes, where it seems like the rest of them could.
Also, she if anything, we could point out that she sells herself below Shalnark.
That's kind of true. It's just that like Shalnark had to go like Super Saiyan to like beat an ant where she didn't.
Yeah. Well, I think that could just be like Shalnark is not good at fighting, but his raw Nen ability might be like better, so he's able to like do things that she can't.
I mean, he does have like an instrument where like if he's fighting anyone who like is kind of beneath him, he just kind of can just win like that, which is kind of good. Machi, who's like actually pretty strong.
Yeah, like Machi's strong. Like when they were ready to square off against Phinks and Feitan, I feel like that was mostly on Machi.
You know, like what's Cortopia gonna do? Like what?
Like, she's a really good healer. She is actually like weirdly physically strong, isn't she?
Yeah, like I remember when Killua like tries to like punch like stab her like with his like weird like nail claws thing. Her abs catch his fist and like trap his fist inside of her abs. She's like, you're not doing that.
Chrollo in the arm wrestling.
No, she is. She's like I think she's like number 5 or 6. She's number 6.
Yeah, she's pretty fucking strong. Also, just like if we do like a Urubuga story speculation, she's gonna try and kill Hisoka like extra hard. She probably wouldn't win, but like she'd try her best.
I guess it's like a weird like I wonder if she might be stronger than Kastro, but like it just like it's just like when Hisoka got the chance to like attack her, like he kind of just instantly like trapped her and beat her. But like I guess like she was off guard or something.
Fairness, she didn't think that would happen, and also that was right after he got a post-mortem Nen buff.
Yeah, that is true. Like it's kind of weird to see how strong he'd be after that. Would she she might win? I want to say she would because she's cool.
I feel like I believe in her.
It'd be funny to think like Tiger Claw, then her abs catch it. Her abs just catch every attack.
Like also, if we don't do general scaling, we just do direct matchup. Kastro can't use Gyo while fighting, and her strings are really hard to see without Gyo.
Yeah, that is true.
So like that's like that's specifically in that matchup she would do better.
Yeah, she does really good making invisible strings.
Yep, and then Phaeton is like his big hellfire thing is.
All right, like, does Phaeton belong up here?
I don't know.
No, actually, no. I don't think he's stronger than Wing. I think he like he.
I'm glad we're gatekeeping with Wing.
Yeah, no, I'll just put Wing at the top just because that's funny.
Because Phaeton's whole thing is like his big fuck off fireball thing is like really cool and good because it's like if you can't withstand that direct heat for a while, you do just lose.
And also like that was supposed to be like on the weaker side because he said like if you damaged me more or like did better in this fight, that attack would be stronger because this is like a revenge thing.
I feel like if anything, Wing's too high. Wing is probably just like Phinks tier.
Yeah, but like, isn't it so funny?
It is funny.
Look at the list. Look at the list. All 4s. All 4s.
I don't think Phinks is even on the list. Is the funny part. No, because like, because Wing and Phinks are both just like good enhancers. Like that's their whole thing.
All right, Hisoka.
Right, we got a strong.
Whoa! I think would he beat the Zoldyck elders?
I think he'd stand a chance.
He stands a really good chance, honestly.
Yeah, he does. Essentially, after post-mortem Nen.
Oh my rubber Nen. Oh my rubber Nen.
Seriously, we can't underestimate post-mortem Nen buff. It's a good buff. I don't think he could beat the old fuck. I think we should let that little snake man have that.
All right.
Because I know it's like a genuine hot take to put Hisoka above those two.
I know, it just like All right, who's stronger? The two guys who had to 2v1 Chrollo, or the guy who like actually like gave Chrollo needed like 3 months of prep to fight Hisoka?
Because the two things for Hisoka is one with the Chrollo thing. Zeno said, "I would beat you, Chrollo, because you aren't trying to kill me. If you tried to kill me, it's up in the air." And then the thing with Hisoka is also, this is why he's above the rest of the troop. Hisoka is next to people like Uvo and Phaeton, and he doesn't give a fuck about them because Chrollo's just that cool. And then Chrollo was so scared of Hisoka that he prepped for like 3 months.
And even then, in the fight, like I'm sure, like everything went according to Chrollo's plan at the end of the day. But like, still, like he put up a really good fight for what it was.
Not to mention, there's plenty of theories that Chrollo cheated.
I know the theories that Chrollo cheated. Like half the fan base thinks Chrollo's a rat who needed outside help to beat Hisoka.
So, like, you could very easily say Hisoka is stronger than all of the troop.
And also, like, the thing is, like, he also has, like, a very versatile ability that's really good. Unlike, Uvo's here just because he's really strong Unga Bunga, but also Hisoka's really strong Unga Bunga, but he also has Oh My Rubber Net.
You know what would happen if Killua tried to whirlwind Hisoka? Hisoka would just cover himself in bungee gum, and then Killua gets stuck, and he's like, oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, he tries to like Thunderbolt, and then he's just like, oh, don't you know? Rubber is an insulator, and my rubber net.
That would be a fire twist. Okay, immediately to be fair to Zeno, and especially be fair to Silva, this is mostly because they haven't done anything.
Alright, but like, listen, if Hisoka gets his hands on a human head, which is as heavy as a bowling ball, don't you know, he just swings it around and...
The Hisoka Chrollo fight in general kind of just made Hisoka, like, even more of a monster.
I know, like, it's kind of funny how, like Hisoka, like, always seems like a strong guy, but, like, he just seems to get, like, weeded stronger and stronger each time we see him. It's like, alright, he's the strongest guy in, like, the Hunter exam. So, like, he's here. But then he's, like, one of the stronger guys in the Phantom Troop. And then it turns out Chrollo needs 3 months of prep to fight him.
Oh, wow, Hisoka's just, like, the strongest guy.
You know what's kind of funny that I just realized?
What?
I don't think any One Piece character, like, tries to use prep or, like, fight. Like, you never hear that unless it's, like, Usopp. It's just Usopp. It's just Usopp.
Yeah, Usopp's a champ.
Okay, Chrollo, or Chrollo's really dumb.
I put him below Hisoka.
I guess, like, I guess it just kind of depends. Does Chrollo get prep time? Because if so, there's, like...
If we're doing prep time, shouldn't everyone get prep time?
Yeah, but the thing is... No, like, sure, but, like, at the same time, no one benefits from prep time quite like Chrollo, don't you know?
People benefit, too. Like, what if... I assume Machi would be a monster with prep time.
It's just...
our whole thing is just, like, Silva is probably equal to Zeno. Zeno implied Chrollo could kill him.
Alright, but dude. The Ben's knife. The Ben's knife.
Oh, not the Ben's knife.
Yeah, it's like super poison Ben's knife. Like 1 liter kills a whale. Like what? Like Hisoka gets hit by that. Come on. I believe in Chrollo. I believe in Chrollo. Believe in the Ben's knife.
I don't believe in the man who needed 3 months of prep time and a ability that completely breaks all of his previous. We do have to admit, current Chrollo is stronger because he has the that new bomb ability, which is really good.
Yeah, and also
he can't lose it.
You know what I think is hilarious?
What?
Like I said, I saw some stuff the program used to prep for this. Like, and one of them was like the Phantom Troop versus Merem. Guess what was like the one way like he imagined they could beat Merem?
I don't fucking know.
It's the Ben's knife. It's like I the only way I can imagine them winning is if the Ben's knife, maybe because Merem's not immune to poison.
Is not immune to poison.
No, like dude, like Chrollo like throws the Ben's knife to Uvo and like it was like Big Bang Ben's knife.
It probably wouldn't even work.
It probably wouldn't is the thing.
It took the 0th hand to hurt like Merem.
You know, and even then it was just like, oh, that was a pretty good attack.
No, I mean
Kinda.
like the zeroth hit is like the first attack that like outright like fucked up part of Meruem's body. Where it's like, oh, Meruem is like missing chunks.
Yeah, like there was a part of his skin that was like peeled off, whereas everything else just like I'm feeling a little numb on the inside after 10,000 million slaps.
And then the rose, but that's a different thing.
Okay. Uh. Okay, now
But,
these two guys were actually implied to be pretty good at Greed Island, which yeah, which kind of just lands them like
pretty good. I feel like they go in the realm of pretty good hunters.
yeah.
We saw them again at the election, which was funny because I revisited the election before rereading, and Chas and I stared at these guys for like 5 minutes. We're like, I don't know who this is. Kid for the all right, and then this guy, he doesn't seem like a fighter at all.
I mean, maybe he could beat up Zushi and Canary
like,
because
I
they're
guess in all
kids.
fairness, the person that he said he couldn't beat is Genthru, and Genthru is really strong.
Yeah.
His whole thing is just he's an exorcist, which has nothing to do with strength.
Right, yeah. Hold on a sec. I'm just gonna grab my charger. And we're at Greed Island now, and we got Bisky,
Who's a fucking menace.
who's such a cute girl, right?
Definitely stronger than Wing.
Probably in this tier.
That's definitely okay. Here's the best part about Biscuit. All of her strength doesn't come from her ability.
No, none of it. It's like she's a transmuter, and she doesn't even like use that. She's like a conjurer manipulator.
Her ability is a masseuse, and she just fights by just punching you in the face. So that's all just raw Nen ability.
All right, I just want to get a picture of Muscle Biscuit Kruger.
Oh, she's great.
Yeah.
I like the guy
who can beat this Goliath, this testament to the human condition.
I like the guy who sims for her in the there it is. Do the one of her. I love the way she looks on the boat. She looks amazing.
I know, I like that. I remember this is the guy.
I love him.
She's the perfect specimen. Those glutes, those biceps.
Yeah, no, he's great. Oh yeah, also she's a horny monster.
Yeah, I remember when she meets Hisoka. I like that scene. That was funny.
She stares at his dick.
All right, now she
really
just like punches the shit out of most people.
Yeah, I think the reason she is at the bottom is because her Nen ability is genuinely useless in combat.
Also, like it's kind of like she doesn't have an opponent that actually like pushes her, like like none at all. It seems. So like she could like land higher.
Of the fact that she's stronger than Wing.
I know we kind of have to.
And Wing's gonna have a dumb data book. All right, this guy is I think when Hunter x Hunter had the strongest power creep in existence.
No, I don't think so. Like for Hunter x Hunter, maybe yeah, I guess so.
No, I mean for Hunter x Hunter. I mean just the speed at which they went from being it. Also, I think he's too high.
That's fair.
I think Hanzo would beat him. No, I do think he's like. I think actually he is Leorio tier. I think that's
I think like
because I think if like Leorio had to do the pit fight against him,
I don't think so. Cause like all right, so like at the end of like Heaven's Arena, Gon and Killua can dick on these guys, right? But they can't like 2-on-1. They can't like beat an injured version of this guy. So like I think he should like be up here.
And my thing is, after they're strong enough to obliterate him, they're not like the strongest guys in the world.
I mean, like that's true, but like still, like I feel like just based on like they can dick on these guys.
Dick on him. That's before they've even like made their abilities yet.
I know, but they can still dick on these guys without like just barely learning Nen. So like I feel like this guy should still be like relatively strong.
They so could not dick on Leorio with barely any Nen.
I think honestly, I think he'd give Shalnark a Shizuku like a good fight.
With that is like imagine Shalnark or Shizuku in the pit.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I think so.
I think they do way better in the pit than he would.
Maybe against like it starts off with him like he's injured, right? He just had Biscuit Kruger, this lady lightweight here, just like punched his guts out, and now it's like it's gonna take a whole fucking week for me to recover from that. Holy shit! And then these two kids are coming at him. He's like, I could kill them so easily 1-on-1, but they're using 2-on-2 and like hit and run tactics and like trying to make me have no sleep. He got no sleep that whole week, man.
It was fair. He did never get to like actually be at his best. Also, the version of Biscuit that obliterated... Okay, in fairness, it wasn't a Nen fight, so I guess, like, it doesn't mean that much. It just means Biscuit is physically stronger, which, like, no shit. So after that, Biscuit's like, you're lucky this wasn't a Nen fight. I would have killed you.
Like, I feel like maybe we can just, like, maybe we can move him down here, and, like, it makes more sense, but we have to move these guys down as well.
Oh, yeah, no, they're not very good, so I think that's fine.
Yeah, we probably should have done that a lot earlier.
It wouldn't surprise me if the monkey-looking guy could beat them.
Just kicks the shit out of him. Oh.
Not him, the guy with the clones.
Oh.
That guy looks like a monkey to me. No,
Yeah,
I'm not saying he can, I'm just saying if he did, it wouldn't shock me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, now...
Alright. He's actually not bad.
I'm forgetting his name. Is it Goro?
Isn't that just... Are you just saying... Gurenu, yeah.
Alright, Gurenu's actually not that bad.
Yeah, like, he has pretty great physical strength, and he's got 2 big gorillas.
I think his
swap places with.
I think his 2 big gorillas could just just beat. I think he beat Shalnark.
I think he is comparable to Shalnark.
Well, I think like Shalnark would have to go like Super Saiyan to beat him.
Yeah, but I also don't think he could beat Karuto. I think he's stronger than the Needle. Like, he'd lose to the Needle Beast because of matchup, but I think he's generally stronger.
Yeah, like, he just has 2 big, strong gorilla boys to help him fight, and that's decent.
Teleport, and he's just, like, pretty strong. And also, presumably pretty fucking stealthy, because he spied on Genthru for so long.
Wait, hold on. I think I had something in my notes app about this guy, although it might just be about Razor.
How Razor's the goat.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, yeah, it's all just about Razor and how Razor's somehow a better manipulator conjurer than him.
We'll get to how dumb Razor is.
Alright, Tegoro or Tesgera, who's not
kind of sucks.
Yeah, no, he's actually ass. Hold on, I have one of my Razor notes for him. Okay, how do you think he'd do just against one of like Razor's little summoned devils, like just 1-on-1? What do you think that would go?
The ones he'd do fine, but the big ones.
Just one of Razor's devils broke Tesgera's back with like with the volleyball. Just like threw it at his back, and he's like, "Oh, my back!" Oh, and he was out for the rest of the game. He was done for. My back! Oh, they crushed my back with a single ball throw.
I do think one problem with Tesgera is if he has a Nen ability, we haven't seen it, and we know that his basics aren't that good.
Just one of, not even like one of the big ones, like the big beefy ones that are like 2 combined, just one of the small ones throws it at his back. He's like, "Oh no, I was using Ken there."
That was Razor. That's really funny.
It wasn't Razor, it was just one of his little devil boys.
That's funny. Okay. Well, I mean, Tesgera openly said, "Oh fuck, I'm weaker than kids. I'm cringe."
Yeah, no, dude, those Razor's devils are actually like pretty good, because like one of them also broke Hisoka's fingers when they threw a ball.
But wasn't that the big one?
Might have been.
I think that was the big one.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright, who's next?
Just Tesgera's boys who are just gonna go under Tesgera, I guess.
They're weaker than Tesgera. Presumably.
Yeah, let's put them up. Let's just throw them with the gunshot guy, because I'm mad.
That guy got a box. Oh, now this guy was the strongest of the group.
Yeah, he got to do stuff because he just beat up one of Razor's henchmen.
No, you're thinking of the wrong guy.
Oh.
No, the guy who beat up one of Razor's henchmen is the guy next to the black guy. That's the guy that Genthru killed.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, he was like the one fighter in their group, and he got insta-killed by Genthru.
He was stated to be easily the strongest person in their group.
Ah, that's sad. So I guess, like, we could put him with...
Based off of that and the fact that they were in Greed Island, I feel like that means he probably is, like, comparable to, like, Tesgera's goons.
Yeah, like... Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like, he could probably beat, like, the non-combatant Phantom
We're
troops
being
fight.
so mean to them.
Yeah, we are. I mean,
It's
do they
fine.
deserve anything better? Cortopi can clone 50 whole buildings in an instant.
They're dead. Their fault. He sucks. He did nothing.
Yeah, he sucks. I mean, he beat this guy who's like just ass.
actually no one.
Honestly, I feel like Zushi would probably beat him. I remember he's like, I'm an enhancer. Leave this to me. Whoa! And then Kill's like, that
Give him
aura
is
sucks.
he made it to Greed Island, and you have to there's a threshold to make it to Greed Island.
But maybe he was just like a trust fund kid who just had a lot of money.
My thought is, I don't think Zushi could make it to Greed Island.
Fair.
I don't think they'd let Zushi in.
All right, is this good? Is this cool?
I think that's fair. That's fair.
Okay, Razor. Oh boy. Okay, Razor. Like I remember when I was making notes, I put Razor top of this tier question mark and Razor bottom of this tier question mark.
Okay, because let me listen. Okay, because Puff, we just like basic Razor things. Finks thought he was really strong. He is like just really physically monstrous. He can make a lot of clones. But then Puff, the really dumb part is, I looked this up with you and with Chas. Go to the Nen spread.
Yep, he's a emitter, right? Because like that's a signature move,
so.
like the volleyball attack.
But he also uses enhancements, conjuration, manipulation, and I think
he's using like 4 categories, and like they're all far away from each other. Like conjures at the opposite end of the spectrum is the thing.
Yeah, like his conjured guys, like you could say the manipulation for them is low because all they do is play volleyball, but their pure strength is fucking insane.
No, dude, the manipulation is actually like pretty great too because they like pull like team attacks and shit, like where they're all like passing through each other in a triangle formation really fast and stuff like that.
I'm saying maybe it's because like the commands are just as simple as do volleyball formation, not volleyball, do dodgeball formations. But like his ability to conjure things that strong while being an emitter is fucking insane.
Yeah, no, okay, here are my notes on Razor. Razor's using 3 Nen types at opposite ends of the spectrum and is still stupidly powerful. Like we literally have Kastro's whole like point in the story is to be like, hey, don't spread your categories too thin. Razor does that and just gets away with it, which is stupid.
Razor does that. He's just the strongest guy.
Yeah. Just one of Razor's devils broke Tezgira's back. Just so funny. And 2 combined could stop Hisoka from pulling the ball back and also broke a couple of his fingers. And then Razor might not be the smartest fighter, but he's by no means dumb and is still fairly smart. Like he got fooled by Hisoka's like invisible bungee gum twice, which is like, okay, he's not that smart, but like still like pretty good. And also like he's still like physically strong enough to take a Jungken attack and just like bump it up, which is pretty good. And his spike ball like blew up a whole boat. Just the whole boat's like blew up with one transmission attack. Like Phinks was scared of this guy. I was like, oh, he's strong, even though he has like the whole Phantom Troop there with him. Like, all right, we'll come back the right way.
But Phinks was like, oh, fighting this guy might not go great.
Can you imagine like Razor summons his devils and it's like Machi has to fight one of them off and she's having the fight of her life fighting just one of Razor's devils. Bona Lenov's getting like bullied in the corner. Shalnock's getting choked out by another one. Phinks is like fighting one of the 2 that's combined. Like, he's really strong.
He's like, crap, I didn't wind up my fist enough. I didn't kill him. No, he's dumb.
So dumb. I love Razor so much. Like, hey, where are we gonna put him? Maybe like just like he could beat Uvo maybe like with his spiked ball he can beat him and then
maybe I don't know. I feel like putting him near Uvo is like fair.
Yeah,
because he's so fucking strong.
Maybe we should put Kurapika up here just because he has still the stupid dolphin ability.
I mean, yeah, I think it's fine. All right, who's next?
Genthru, who would also kill half the Phantom Troop.
Yeah, I feel like okay, Genthru and Greed Island in general get shit on because the anime, but like Genthru's really strong.
Okay, who's stronger, Genthru or Kastro?
I think Kastro.
Yeah, it makes sense. Tiger Claw.
Castro's better at close combat than Genthru is.
Yeah, Castro's like just seems like is definitely stronger than Little Flower. Like definitely.
Simply put, Castro's one of the guys at Heaven's Arena who's actually there to fight.
Yeah. He could have been a floor master if he didn't have to fight Hisoka.
Oh yeah. Because like Genthru's whole thing is like he just like physically just dominates Gon.
Yeah, and like granted, this is like just Gon like before like he trains with Kite or whatever.
Yeah, but then, like, Little Flower hits really fucking hard.
Yeah. And
Also, also, I'm the bomber.
yeah, like that he was ready to use that ability like mid fight against Gon. So like he could do it. Like I mean he
Yeah.
kinda needs his buddies to activate it, but like he still like used it as like a threat kind of.
He starts the countdown, then just runs away while your heart rate increases.
uh
No,
him
yeah,
versus Bonolenov would be a good fight, I
I
think.
think Bonolenov would probably win just off of like speed and sheer force, but Bentley would put up a hell of a fight.
Yeah. It's like, I managed to block that Jupiter attack just barely. Now I can get him with my little flower or something like that.
Really, just like the thing that's notable about Genthru is like ignoring the people who didn't want to fight him, like Phaeton and Bisky, because they didn't care. Everyone else on Greed Island was like, "We're fucked. We can't fight Genthru. He would kill us."
No, like literally.
Literally
Genthru's
every
scary.
single person on Greed Island is terrified of this man.
Besides
That's a lot of
Bisky.
people.
Besides Bisky.
No, besides Bisky, Phinks, and Phaeton.
Yeah. Okay, and then all right, we have one his little
Two
buddies.
guys.
Now the thing is, this guy is actually like unironically really strong. I have a couple notes about him. Do you remember what he does?
He gets beat up by Biscuit.
All right, but like here's the two things. Like one, like it was the dead of night, and like this guy was gonna get hit by an arrow, but like he woke up and blocked it, and like so he like covered his ass. And then like two, Bisky needed the muscle form to beat him. Is the thing. Like she
Yeah,
said,
'cause she beat the shit out of him in kid form, and he's like, "Okay, you're faster than me," but like that didn't do anything.
yeah, and she wouldn't have gone in the muscle form if she didn't have to because she hates it. So like,
hates it.
so like the fact that he could push her to that kind of implies he's like actually like a beast.
I don't know if he's that good. I think that just means he's like tanky. Like he's probably just an enhancer.
Yeah, I guess we could put him like I don't know, like
I don't think he could beat Shalnark for the record.
he'd probably dick on Garenu.
I think that's fair because like Gareno didn't want to fight them.
Yeah. This guy's just really bad though. I guess like maybe just like with these guys, just because you can survive Greed Island.
Yo-yo.
You can survive Greed Island, therefore you're as strong as the brothers.
That's the thing about like Hunter x Hunter technicality scaling. There's a lot of placements here where you could bring up like one little niche thing that could like make a lot of our placements bullshit, and I acknowledge that.
Yeah, like
Like, there's tons of these where we're probably forgetting just like one little thing they did that should like rocket them up like one whole tier.
yeah, there's a ton of text in Hunter x Hunter, like a lot of like little things what they bring up.
Yeah, because Togashi's a fucking power scaler.
Yeah, he unironically, dude, like look.
We can pull up I can pull up the fucking math too, where like he had a whole ass equation for how Nen works.
All right,
It hasn't done anything.
all right, Kite is like
Kite is a fucking monster.
All right, I think Kite is like when like I start to realize like, oh, this is the Power Cliff arc, because
It was like, okay.
I don't
so,
regret putting him there. I don't.
It's really funny because like, in all fairness, Kite was really hyped up because he was Gon's Shanks.
Yep.
And like the thing about Kite is like he gets all of his rolls, and outside of the one that revives him, he always says bad roll, despite the fact that he always wins in one hits.
I know, like, okay, so like we're gonna bring up like the ants, like we're gonna start pulling them in now soon. Like it takes like my strongest attack to beat an ant. I need to go Super Saiyan to beat an ant, and like Kite, like this is the first time and like maybe the only time we ever see this in the series where like a single attack wipes out like a whole like horde of strong fighters. Like we have like Franklin, but like those are just like mafia guys who just have like guns and stuff. Like this is like, all right, all these guys like they don't have Nen, but like they're already like mid tiers in this list, and he just wipes them all out with one attack, which is just insane.
Well, like, yeah, the only other person
And that's one of the weapons where he said, "Damn, bad spin." Like that's one of his weaker abilities.
The only thing he's ever said good, he's ever not complained for, was the revival weapon. No, like literally, I think the only other character on this list who could theoretically wipe out a whole mob like that is fucking Zeno, because Dragon died.
Maybe Uva with like a big bang punch.
But they're not that big in the manga. They're way fucking smaller than they look in the
that
anime.
is true. Maybe Chrollo has like some kind of like wide ability like that.
Oh, another thing about Chrollo is like his strength also, it was very heavily tied to prep time, because that's what determines which troop members he borrows from.
Yep.
Because he has to give it back when he's done. Because you can't use your ability when Chrollo's borrowing it.
Also, like, I guess, like, he's one of the few fighters we see, like, go up against the Royal Ants and do okay. I mean, we don't see it, but, like, it's kind of implied, because Peach was like, man, that was a really fun fight. I like that kite guy.
Pito had tons of fucking fun, even if he got obliterated.
Yeah. Then we have Morel, who is a beast and a half.
The funny thing about Morel is he outright says, "I'm not a fighter," which is like a lie and a half.
I know it is. All right, where's my notes? I have a few notes on Morel.
How stupid he is.
All right. All right. Okay. Yuppie. All right. Yuppie is like one of the royal ants. Like he might be like the physically strongest character in the series besides like Meruem, and he can't break through the smoky jail. He just can't.
Yeah.
He can't do that.
Like, and remember, what was Morel's capacity at when that happened?
Oh, I remember like going into the raid, Morel was like, "Darn, I'm only at 30% max power." Oh, no, like 35, he said. Like, oh my god. And like I remember like that Chitu, like when he got a rope on him, Chitu like desperately tried to break it. Was that also as strong as the smoky jail? Is it like literally unbreakable? If he could like wrap up like Yuppie or something in that, could Yuppie not get out? What
that was really insane.
Like, alright, he says like 35% capacity because he's been fighting all night long. Oh my god.
That's his funny ass super strong body form that he used for 2 seconds.
Yeah, and like he kind of just wins this fight with like his big brain too. Like he just like kills Leo by like just CO2 poisoning, which he can just do that if he's in the right area.
Yeah. Another thing for him is his like total sum of Nen is fucking insane.
I know, it's like
it was something about the amount of soldiers he can use.
Like, okay, like, hold on. Like, I think I wrote down how many he can use.
It was a fucking lot for how complex the commands he can give are.
I know. Morel can make 216 bodies, but only 50 with complex commands. So, like, total... It is a lot! Like, okay, we were talking, like, earlier about, like, Razor and, like, his 6 little devils who are, like, pretty strong. Morel can make, like 50... Like, maybe not as strong, but they can still fight off, like, those armed guards that, like, Pito was controlling. So that's pretty great, honestly. Like, oh my god, Morel, like, what the hell? You're not a fighter? He says he's not a fighter, but he's really good at fighting. I guess, like, the one, like, weakness he has is just, like, he doesn't have a whole lot of attack power. Like, I imagine if he, like, did, like, a Ren on, like, his big-ass pipe and swung it at you, it would hurt really hard. But, like, he kind of has to rely on, like, other methods, like CO2 poisoning or, like, some sort of big brain strat to, like, win a fight.
Yeah, he's just, like, so impressive.
I know. I love him. He's so cool.
Also, this, like, I get it's because, Proof is, like, the most hacks, but also the most beatable of the Royal Guards. But Proof outright said, "Oh, you could have beaten me."
Yeah.
Because of Smoky Jail.
I know. And God, Yuppie can't break the Smoky Jail. What the?
Dopamine birdcage energy.
I know, it's like, alright, who can break the Smoky Jail? Maybe Netero. No one else. There's no one else who can possibly do it. No one's breaking the Smoky Jail.
The Smoky Jail is dumb as hell.
And the thing is, that's 35% moral. That's 35% moral. Okay, like, okay, if we take the 35% thing, like, literally, I think he might belong here. He might belong there.
I feel like the one we don't is just because, like, when he says he's not a fighter, that does have to do with, like, his attack power. Because, like Morel would have a really hard time against someone like Uvo or Razor.
Yeah, and also, like, I imagine when he said 35%, I don't think that means, like, 35% strength, more like stamina / like, Nen MP bar.
He means, like, how much Nen he has left.
Yeah, so, like, I imagine, like, the Smoky Jail doesn't get stronger or anything. It's just, like,
I mean, it could.
Maybe. Maybe. God damn.
God,
I
he's
love
so
Morel.
strong. He's so cool.
I love him. I love him so much. And here's his number
Knuckle.
one apprentice, Knuckle, who's really strong because he can dick on Greed Island Gon, who can fight kind of even with Genthru. So like that's like maybe like around here somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Um,
I remember I said the hot take that Genthru could probably beat Knuckle, not because he's stronger, but because he's a bad matchup.
that is true.
Like, I think Knuckle is stronger, but Genthru is just a terrible matchup for him.
Could he
Because
beat
close combat.
Could he beat Kastro?
Um,
The thing is,
I
like,
don't
Kastro,
know.
I think Castro's also a bad matchup for him. Because, like, alright,
Yeah,
close
'cause
quarters
he's
combat,
really
he's
good
gonna
against
repay that
people-
Nen really quickly.
Yeah, he's really bad against people who can just show up and just hit him really fucking hard.
Yeah, he has to use, like, real, like, hit and run tactics against Yuppie, and, like,
Yeah,
you know,
because that's
Yuppie's
just
really
the
strong.
point, that he can run really fast and really long.
Yeah, I think he could be, like, Bonolenov straight up. I'm not sure about Machi.
Probably. Yeah,
Maybe.
Machi's, like, iffy.
Yeah. I guess that's where he goes. And I
Like,
guess,
he
like,
is really fast, like the way he's able to dodge Yuppie's explosion by just running away.
oh, and also, like, alright, Shoot's best feat. He can dodge Yuppie's, like, whip arm attack for, like, 15 seconds. Or, like, a minute.
Which sounds lame, but is actually insane.
I know, it's actually insane. Not many people could do that. Not many people can fight Yuppie head to head for 3 minutes. I think it was 3 minutes. 3
It was
minutes.
a long time.
Yeah, like 3 minutes. He fought like one of the strongest characters and managed to get one hit in when he did that. So good for him. Good for Shoot.
Also,
I'm proud of him.
also his whole taking away body parts ability is just pretty good.
Yeah, like the thing is, against someone like Yuppie, who like he could barely get hit in, if he was fighting like anyone else, it's like, oh no, Kastro just lost an arm. Shit.
It would be fun. He does it to Bolinov. He's like, you ruined my music, you piece of shit.
all, all my low notes were on my left arm.
Why did you do that? Alright.
Alright, Nav. Okay,
no.
Nav's kind of a dumb one because he has this one really good move. Do you remember
Okay,
what
yeah,
it is?
no- Oh, you mean the one where he, like, teleports you out of existence? The one
Yeah.
he did to that ant?
Yeah, like he just waves his hands, wraps it around your head, then suddenly the head just disappears. It's gone.
Well, I guess it makes sense, because, like, you know, he was brought with Morel and fucking Netero, so he better be strong.
I know, it's like could he like insta win against like anyone with that? Like no
Because
matter
I
what.
assume it's like, I assume, yeah, it is like an instant win condition similar to Shalnark, except I think it's better than Shalnark's.
Yeah, because like
Well, also-
Sharnock's got like Sharnock's like if you have like really strong durability or like N, like he just can't hurt you. But like it's not necessarily the same for Nav, is it?
Also, one that I always think about is when he beat Flutter. Flutter's body was in one perfect piece, so he didn't use that technique. And also, Flutter fucking flies. I don't know how the hell he pulled that off. But he somehow snuck up on and obliterated Flutter without anyone noticing and without destroying the body.
Yeah, I guess like maybe you can put him down because like he was so scared of Proof, but like I think the point was like he was as strong as Morel. It's just that Morel was like not a pussy.
Like, it was like a more hardened guy, whereas Nov is like a more like calculating guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nov's a fucking monster.
All right, Palm is actually like
Um,
pretty dummy after she gets the ant
Dude,
transformation.
with her buff, she's insane.
Yeah, she might be like up here with like Morel and Nav after that, like because like she's an enhancer and then she gets like this iron like hairdo on top of like having an ant body, and then so,
She
so
has
like
her amazing durability.
she might be able to have like a fist fight with Uvo, unironically.
Like, she loses when she can have a fist fight. Which is, yeah, like, really good.
Yeah, and also she has like really good support abilities on top of that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like she might even like technically be like a better like Nen user than Uvo. Like actually, definitely she is. It's just that like in a fight, like
Her
Uvo
other
might be
ability
slightly
isn't
better.
for fighting.
Yeah, it's just like Uvo might be better that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did nothing.
All right.
Okay, this is an ant that actually did, like, fuck off.
Well, the thing is, it is still an ant though, so I think like it could like.
Oh, no, because it's an ant, I think you have to put it, like... I feel like the average ant could beat up a bear.
Probably, but like I guess like it because like you know it's a little kid, they don't know how to
Yeah.
fight. So like
They don't
maybe
know how to fight.
I think like he when he would scare the ant, he would unironically
Yeah,
use the
but
scare
scare
tactics and
her
win.
specifically.
My
That's
fist can break stone. I mean hers can too, but she doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Alright, this is the
Is
guy
that,
that
is that when the Killua exploded?
no, this is the one that Nav kills with his teleport ability.
Oh, okay. He's just here to point out how cool Nav is. Hey, to be fair, if he's on the inside of the mansion, he can't be that bad.
Yeah.
If
He's definitely
in charge
stronger
of
than this
guard
enhancer guy, and let's put him here.
obviously.
I think he
It's
goes
just like
there.
basic ant shit. He's an ant.
Also, like we have like Ramit as like a Ramit's kind of just a basic ant with Nen,
Yeah.
and he can still
It's
like tank a ton of attacks.
The thing is, he can take a ton of attacks, but also, if Killua tries for like 5 seconds, Ramot is already dead.
You know what? I think like these like the ants that just have Nen would go like above Tezgera like immediately, just because like they have like
they're really strong, but like if someone stronger than them tries for 2 seconds, they are already dead.
yeah. It's just that like their raw stats just like make it so like it's really hard for someone like Tezgera or Scissors Man to win.
Yeah.
All right, and then like I guess these guys didn't have Nen, so I guess you
Isn't
could be
this
a lot
whole thing
meaner to them.
just like I'm really physically strong?
Yeah, and then
And then
Killua kills
just got
him.
him off screen.
Yeah, I guess like Killua like honestly like struggled less.
Did Killua even fight him in the manga?
No, in the manga it's off
screen.
screened. So like I imagine like this guy's just slightly stronger, I guess. And
Yeah,
I guess
fair.
this guy was the same. They were in the same scene or whatever. It's like
Is that the armadillo?
yeah, this is the one that Sherlock had to go like Super Saiyan against.
So weaker than Shalnark, but like not bad.
Yeah. Could he beat Rammer? Could probably beat him if we're being honest.
Yeah, I think Rama could beat him. I think that's fine.
All right, Mosquito Lady.
Her whole thing is that she has poison.
Yep. So she has kind of like a cool hacks along with like having really
She
good
could beat
answers.
there one.
Penguin Boy.
Pengy did nothing.
He did nothing, but like he was still technically a captain. I think he could have like a good. I think him versus.
I think he's like Leorio captain-esque, where he can't fight for shit.
Yeah. This guy got killed by
So
guns.
I think he's the same as Pengy.
Yeah. This guy fights with guns and is also like pretty strong.
Oh yeah,
has
he
them.
ate Ponzu.
Yeah, I think like he's like Ramit tier. He's like Ramit if
Presumably.
he's like if Ramit carried a gun. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Exorcist, but like she's still pretty strong. She lifted up that big rock.
She's one of Leo's top goons.
Yeah. Gorilla Man, who is like I guess like, alright. The thing is like it's kind of weird. Like apparently there's like 3 like official ranks to the answers, like peons, officers, leaders, and then it's the royals. And I think this guy might have been a peon, but this was like an officer. I'm guessing. So like I guess
can't remember.
I know I
What did
can't.
that guy even do, Puff? The gorilla?
He said, "Oh, that punch didn't do anything, Phinks." And the Phinks is like, "I'm gonna wind my arm up."
Oh,
No.
that one. Okay.
And I
So
guess
he's
I
done nothing.
I guess to be fair, like it was like 15 winds up, but then Phinks is like, "Darn, I only need like half as many to kill that guy. I'm bad at math."
Yeah, not all that.
All right, he did not unlock Nen, so he's gonna go with these guys.
Also, his durability was so bad, Gon was able to beat him with a transmutation attack.
Yeah, but I mean, like I guess at that point, Gon was still like strongish.
Yeah, but Gon is just not great at. All right, Flutter
Is
got
not a
fucking
fighter.
Obliterated to hell and back by Nove in a way we don't even understand.
He's not a fighter, but he can fly. So like, I'm just gonna put him here. Owlman is actually like a pretty cool guy. Like,
Owlman is good in the right circumstance.
yeah, I just he's like if Ramit had like a brain and like a strategy.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, pretty much. He's thinking. Same with Batgirl.
Yeah,
Thinking
they're okay. And we have Mr.
He's
Sniper King.
Kinda cool.
Sniper King. He beat
Yeah,
he beat Wolfen. He beat a captain.
Yeah, Ikalgo has a brain.
I think Ikalgo would unironically go above the Shadow Beasts.
That's funny. Ikalgo does, in fact, have a brain.
Yeah, and also like he has a ton of range with his sniping ability.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the dumb fish guy with his stupid fish power.
Alright, this is like a 0 to 100 where it's like, alright, if you're in front of him, you can just like strangle him and kill him. But like if his ability activates, like he kind of like will kill you 99 out of 100 times.
Yeah, no, he is like the perfect confusing as fuck ability.
Yeah. Okay. I guess like just gonna put him right there.
Sure, why not?
Just above Ikalgo because Ikalgo technically worked her. Pike, who
We
gave
could
Shizuku,
do Shizuku,
but
'cause
gave her a good
lost.
fight. Charlotte could probably beat him too. And
Yeah, presumably. Kaito could presumably beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Oh, this boy. Okay, Mr. Dung Beetle. has this one stupid
feat.
feat where like he farts like a big chunk of the forest away with his fire fart, which is pretty good.
That's insane. But then the counterpoint is like I feel like any slightly competent ant, like spider, would just like kill him by like just grabbing him.
Yeah, like he also had a big giant mud ball though, which like he ran around on. Like that's pretty scary.
Yeah. Okay, sure. If you're in an open field, he is quite the threat.
Mr. Water Bottle, who's pretty cool. Not sure.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't really like have an actual fight, but I'll just put him here.
Next to the other one with a gun.
Yeah, I guess so.
The guy does shoot things.
All right, this guy actually has one statement regarding his strength. I think like Pike says he's really strong, but my webs are stronger, so he's weaker than Pike.
Oh, wonderful.
This guy gets insta-killed by Kite, so unfortunately we don't know how strong he is.
I love that in the manga, we don't even see Kite kill him. We just cut to Kite standing over his dead body.
I know, remember the anime? The anime
does this little charge thing.
Yeah, he does a little charge like, oh, my bullets are like hitting him, hurting him a bit, but like not quite killing him quite yet. I'm gonna have to whittle him down. And then like in the manga, just like, oh no, he's dead. I did.
No, in the manga, Kite's like go for the head go, and then there's like just a dead thing behind him.
He never fights.
He's the first humanoid ant, so he is presumably not very strong.
But he does have Nen, so like.
Yeah, after getting Nen, that definitely buffed him.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have like an ability.
All right.
Openly admits he can't fight for shit.
But he does have a good ability. Like he could like
God's
just use.
Lie is just good.
He can just like use hit and run with like, and you can't really stop him.
How much do his hits even hurt?
I'm willing to put him just like above these guys. Just like, all right, he could just hit and run you all day, and he'll eventually get you.
Remember my thought process is stuff like how that bounty hunter was like perceptive enough to notice Chrollo's like light speed knockout. Like Morel, I feel like is not this like the smartest stealth king in the world, and that he'd eventually like while he's like doing the weakest punches ever, they'd be like, oh wait, I see, and then they like kill him.
You know what would be funny?
What?
All right, so Leorio to like use God's like perfect alibi, he has to like hold his breath, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if he like while he was doing that just tried to choke someone out, and then it was a contest to see who could like last longer? Because like they're not gonna know what's happening.
Really funny.
I have to hold my breath longer than him.
That would be really funny.
Bloister, who just seems to be like worse Franklin.
No, his name is Blaster Puff.
Blaster, sorry.
Okay, so here's what we know for a fact. Blaster can't do shit to a tank, so he was way weaker than Uvo.
Yeah. And like I remember, I actually have some notes about who can and can't destroy a tank. Like that guy in the movie destroys a couple tanks. Bloister can't scratch a tank. I think like as a captain, I think like here is good because like the captains are gonna like land in this range. He's
Blaster, so he can fight.
Yeah. And then Leon, who's
Leon has a cool ability.
All right, but dude, he has a supersonic feat, dude. His trident can shoot at supersonic speeds.
When he has his trident, which only works when it's raining, when he steals it from a guy.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of weird, like, just depending on what power he can use, even. But, like, I think, just stronger than Bloister because he actually got to fight someone.
Yeah. Oh, I do like how, my assumption is the reason Morel thinks, like, highly of that guy is, like, Morel was trying to be like, oh, I'm here to deep sea hunt, and it was raining, and then this guy's like, hey, I'm a surfer, and Morel's like, that's really cool.
Yeah, and I remember he was actually, darn, it's hard for me to fight someone who has my tastes after they said, hey, dude, have you heard of this sick metal album called Black Planet? And he's like, damn.
It's like, I hate people who vibe with me, because then I don't want to kill you.
Alright, Chitu is like...
Okay, so Chitu, here's the thing. In raw combat, Chitu's a fucking monster. But he is the dumbest man alive.
I know, it's like kind of a weird thing where it's like, alright, how many people can like actually like catch Chitu and like
But then the thing is,
hit him?
But then you have to follow that with, how many people can Chitu like beat?
Yeah,
he doesn't hit hard enough to like hurt like even Knuckle.
Like the thing is like Knuckle's even like, that barely does anything. So it's like Chitu has to end up running away at the end. Because he can't.
And then on top of that, like, his arrows are slow as shit. And then even if we do, like, his time countdown ability, we openly don't know what happens if you don't catch him in time. We don't know. You might be fine.
Alright, but like also like it's just that like
Alright, sure, you might also fucking
anyone
perish from
anyone
existence.
with like anyone with like a brain could probably catch Chi-Tu. Cause like that's kind of the point they were making. Like yeah,
Anyone with a brain could just get Chi-Tu by just like tricking him.
yeah. But dude,
He's
like
like,
wait, we're forgetting about his other ability, the crossbow.
which is garbage because, as we've already stated, arrows are kind of garbage to anyone with like decent reaction speed.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's like anyone who's like done the calcs or whatever, but like, is he like faster than sound or something? Because that might
That
count for
wouldn't
something.
surprise me.
All right, like he could probably beat Genthu, but Genthu could probably also beat him.
Genthu's
Like
whole thing would just be like, can he fucking touch him at least once?
yeah, it's like aha, I got your legs, and it's like fuck, I'm done now. I can't do it. I lost.
Yeah, no, because Chi-Tu's whole thing is just he's the dumbest man alive.
Yeah. All right, an actual like really strong officer who like
Because
gave Phaeton
because she had like a transformation.
like some Zarbon transformation or something.
Openly, like I think like I assume Phinks could beat that transformation. I think she could beat Kastro. I think that's fair.
No, like yeah, she could definitely beat Kastro because like Phaeton's like his Ren like on the tip of his sword when he focuses Alzora can't pierce the hide like he had to use
Yeah.
Pain Packer. So like it kind of begs the question: who has like the who can like actually like hurt her if not like Phaeton with like
Okay,
that
so
ability?
Phinks can if he winds his fist enough. Franklin, I assume it'd be funny if Franklin had like a Nen laser. It's like this is my ultimate emitter ability. And then
uh,
I assume Machi can just win because she has a brain and Zazan doesn't.
well, I mean, even then, like they bring up like, oh yeah, this Zazan like character can like actually like sort of like use Nen in pretty like basic ways, but she knows what she's doing. Like she uses that one like emitter thing just to hit like Phaeton when he's just slightly out of reach.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, this girl has a brain.
And
No wonder
she's
she's the queen.
capable enough.
Like I guess like in the scene, like you could say it's kind of portraying like oh any one of the Phantom Troop members could like beat her if they're like one of the fighters, but like at the same time she's also just like really strong. So like could they?
Yeah.
I want to believe in Machi though.
Yeah, I
want
believe
to
in Machi.
and
have faith in
Franklin
Machi.
and Franklin.
Franklin has a laser, goddammit. I
It'd be-
believe Franklin has a laser.
It'd be really cool if just his normal like bullets could hurt her, which they might.
That would be insane.
They might like if it's like what you said, where he's just like the perfect like master emitter, then like maybe.
Okay, now if that's what it turns out, then yeah, he probably could.
Yeah,
All right,
Wolfen,
and we got
who's
Wolfen, who
not
killed
good.
Yuppie.
He's weaker than he's weaker than Ikalgo.
But he killed Yuppie.
That's true, but like
He did.
I can't argue.
No, like,
Fuck,
yeah,
I
he
can't
is
argue.
weaker than Ikalgo, though. He is.
Yeah. I remember when he like tries to like attack Ikalgo, he has to ask a question for his ability to work, but then Ikalgo just shoots first. It's like, no, fuck! I didn't ask my question, no!
He's like, my weakness, people who just attack me. So it's like, in that sense, like, could Shizuku and Sharmark beat him? Probably, because, like, they just go for the kill.
But like, I guess like because like he does have like some. Could like Sharnock even like pierce his hide? Because like
yeah, because Sharmark sucks.
yeah, Sharnock does suck a lot. Oh, and the
we
Royal
got-
Guards. Okay.
The strong ones. Yeah,
Bum.
yeah.
Alright,
Like,
some
there's-
people like dick on Poof, but Poof would still like tear most people apart if he got his
here's the
hands on
thing.
him.
Poof has the most hack abilities with stuff like dumb hypnosis, dumb dust powers, still just being a fucking ant. His only
Dumb
thing is,
multiplication into a bajillion clones.
just his one weakness is if you can theoretically get his main body, yeah, he's dead.
Or like if you have like something like lightning or fire that can like burn his cells.
Yeah.
So like when he splits up, like that's kind of a weakness he
Also,
has.
just like a funny power scaling thing, he's way slower than Godspeed, which is slower than a motorcycle.
No, that's Super Nen motorcycle, man.
Okay, that's fair. It's still funny though.
I guess one interesting question is who's stronger, Yuppie or Pito?
I think Yuppie's whole thing is he's supposed to be like the combat one.
Yeah, but also I remember like
He does nothing but combat.
yeah, like he's kind of like built up to be like the warrior of the three, where Pito's sort of like almost a caretaker and doctor, and
Pito can
Poof.
do like anything. Like Pito basically has two stands. Pito has a healing stand and a fighting stand.
Yeah, but also like Pito, like when they do like the post mortem thing, might be stronger than Yuppie.
Yeah,
could
if
easily be
we do
stronger.
post mortem, then yeah.
Yeah. And also, like, I think there was this one data book that said, like, she was, like, the second strongest besides the king. Like, she had
Wonderful.
strength only second to the king.
Yeah, that makes sense if they were that strong.
Or he, sorry, I forget, like, was it? What
Well,
was
no,
it?
it's supposed to be they.
Right, yeah, I guess that was just the translation I was reading. It always
Right,
said
the
he.
manga used he and the anime used she because, like, it's neither. And saying they would be really annoying because there's 3 royal guards, so half the time you said they, you make, wait, are they talking about Pito or every royal guard?
Hmm. Yeah, I can imagine. Like, it's weird.
But like, I could totally see a different universe where they translate it as Netero saying they are stronger than me, and people are like, it takes all 3 royal guards to beat Netero. It's like,
uh,
shit like that.
and here we are,
Speaking of,
Netero. Alright,
so
so,
here's
like,
the
the
thing:
thing
if we
is,
do fully awakened Netero, he's way stronger than Pito.
is just, like, he's not as strong as Miriam, no matter what
No,
the circumstance. Like,
yeah,
maybe if you want to
eventually
say
the
Prime Netero, but this isn't Prime Netero, this is
well,
Old Man
also, that's
Netero.
not how Nen works.
Yeah,
Like, you
it's
could say
not.
maybe Netero got physically slower,
Maybe.
but like, yeah, like, Zeroth hand good, and also like, yeah, sure, Netero said he's weaker than current Pito, but then he went and meditated.
55555, baby. Highest total here.
Woo wee. So yeah, Netero demon.
Yeah, but also,
You know,
like, what do you think about the speed of sound being, like, his big thing? Because, like, I know a lot of people have very, like, complicated thoughts on that and have a
well, I
problem
think
with it.
the thing isn't just like, well, the thing is he broke the speed of sound a long time ago.
That's definitely true.
Like
It's
that was
just
ages ago.
like it's just like some people think like, oh, speed of sound is like the top of the verse, and like other people are like, no, but like Killua was like throws around lightning, and also like other people like Leo has like speed of sound feats, so like he has to be much faster than that.
No,
Technically.
which is fair because like no, Netero unlocking speed of sound was like ages ago. That's just when he mastered his punching. From there, he then created his fucking Nen ability.
Yeah.
And
Wow,
it's
he's
like, yeah,
out.
because, like, obviously, because, Netero showed up and the speed at which he overwhelmed Pito. And the thing is, like, he overwhelmed Netero too. The difference is Pito, Yuppie, and Poof don't have Merowem durability.
No, they don't. And I remember Miriam said like after 1,000 hits, oh, I feel like a slight internal ache. I imagine like after 1,000 hits, he'd be like, I'm almost dead, or something like
They'd be
that.
like, Pito would be like, I am mush. And Poof would be like, fuck, he found my core body. I am dead.
I imagine he could probably just burn like Poof entirely with like the zero hand.
Okay, if he's doing zero hand, they're all dead.
But like I guess like a big question is like him versus Adult Gon.
Where it's like, how much was Pito like overhyping Gon is like a fair question.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's still like Gon still beat her in 2 hits, where Netro probably need more than that, considering
Well,
like the
probably a
one hit.
couple more.
Yeah, like cause like he did like get one hit on against Picho, and Picho didn't seem like that damaged by it.
Yeah, admittedly, he didn't use his Nen ability. He just like slapped her.
Yeah.
All right.
Okie doke. And now we have Goto.
Weaker than Hisoka.
Yeah, like Hisoka beats him like pretty handily, is the thing.
Yeah, or his whole thing is just like bullet speed things.
Yeah.
It's like I bet he could beat Tesgera.
I'm with you there. Where do we put Tazgara?
We put Tesgera right above Scissor Guy, right below the ants.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, I feel like he'd be more helpful in the dodgeball match. I just get the
Oh yeah,
feeling.
he would. And then
Ah,
we got,
my back! Ah!
okay, so the granny's whole thing is she literally like. Okay, here's the thing. I assume the granny is like a shittier biscuit where, sure, her Nen ability is worthless in combat, but she can probably combat pretty hard.
Yeah, they kind of imply she's the strongest, so like of the butlers, so she has to go here at the very least. But even
Yeah.
then, it's like I like she like almost keeps up with Godspeed, and is like always portrayed as being like, all right, one of the strongest, scariest
And
people.
if she's on concrete, she's faster. Which
uh,
is just funny.
I'm just imagining if she's like one of the Zoldyck's like strongest like guards or subordinates, like maybe she'd go like here, but like we don't really know is the thing.
Yeah, no, because it's like, like I feel like it's just like she's the strongest butler, presumably. Click that.
I guess like just I don't know where else to put her.
You could
Honestly.
put her next to the Shadow Beasts because it's a similar thing.
Yeah, I guess so. Eh. Eh. Okay.
Yeah.
And
And then
her
she does
nephew.
literally nothing.
Let's put it with Canary.
Yeah, she's like Canary tier, presumably.
She's just like Canary, but like if Canary was like 4 years older. All right, Ging Freeze.
Jing.
Now, what do when they say top 5 ninjas on the planet? Like, what does that mean to you, Shiki? You throw your little theory out. Speculate.
Who's the one who said it?
I think it was I'm forgetting who said it. Wasn't it?
It was like, that determines a lot.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to like Okay, Jing top 5 nin users. All right.
Quote. Oh, according to Netero. Netero said it. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, Netero saying it is extremely meaningful.
I know, cause like he's gonna know. Like he's literally searching for like his perfect opponent. And even though like Jing wasn't that, still like really good. And like even he trained Kite, so like he's at very least here.
He's above Kite. And then like the other dumb thing with Jing that we like to point out is like his power is if you have punched him, he can copy it. So like the immediate thought is now wait a minute. Has Netero punched him?
I'm gonna wind up my shoulder. Oh, here's my super Phinks punch. Oh no, now he can wind up his shoulder too. Whoa.
It's also kind of just like current arc hype where he's like he's like temporarily replacing Gon as like he is like temporarily replacing Gon's role within the arc.
Kinda. Like he's not really there at the moment. He hasn't appeared for like the past like 30 chapters.
Yeah, but when he was there, he was just acting like a Gon.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible that like he's up here, but like the thing is like I think like Netero's like
statement that it's like you don't want to make it.
Yeah, like it just that Netero like when he saw like Pito was like ooh, finally a worthy opponent. Like so I guess that's what implies like Pito is like a lot stronger than Jing.
Yeah,
or at least like by a decent margin.
Yeah. Which is fair.
Yeah, and then we have okay. The thing is,
Okay,
I ordered the Zoldicks by like how easy it is to scale them to how hard it is to scale them. So I put these 3 here because they were on Hisoka's like scaling list thing. So here's the.
Also, you gotta remember that there's like the Zodiac also do the combat group thing.
All right, so like we have like 2 important statements for the Zodiacs, or I guess like technically 3. Like one is Tiger Boy says we're stronger than Nav and Morel, which like is just a general statement. I don't think it's true for like Cheadle, but like I think like for the fighters, it's probably true.
Or at the very least, especially the monkey and the cow.
Yeah, and probably the tiger too, because like he had a pretty high ranking. All right, and then it's like they like sparred with Netero in their spare time, so it's like
Which
okay,
says something.
It's not like it's hard to imagine like Cheadle like doing that because they say Cheadle's not very strong at all. But
Yeah,
like,
it's also like what does sparring mean? Were they doing like the Gon Killua slow-mo punching? What were they doing?
maybe like I guess it just depends on like which one. Like I imagine like if it's Jing, then maybe Netro's like I can literally have some fun and let loose a bit.
You know what Monkey is? With Monkey's probably like hit me with all 3 at once, and then we'll see what happens.
It's like ah, oh, jeez, okay. All right, so Hisoka's rankings is okay. So Illumi was a 9.5.
And then the strongest one that Hisoka ranked was the Buffalo.
Yeah, he's a 9. So like I guess it's fair to put him in like the same tier as Illumi.
Yeah, maybe like just Biscuit, where he's just big and strong, I guess.
All right, now Tiger was an 8.5. So we're gonna put him just like here.
Yeah, on the wing seems fine.
Wing's still gonna be our little gatekeeper.
Yeah,
so
it's funny. It's funny. It's funny.
Dude, imagine this fight. These 2 shorties going at it.
That would be so. Oh, they're both pissed off and stupid.
And short. Okay, Bunny Girl was a 7.7. So like, which is like a bigger leap than a bigger jump. So like, maybe she'd be able to fight one of the captains.
Roster tier seems fine.
I think she could.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking you'd beat Chitu.
Yeah.
Just because Chitu's an idiot.
Because Chitu's a fucking idiot.
I guess it's just like if we're gonna take like the whole stronger than Morel and Nav thing seriously, and like she's not like very far behind like the Tiger and the Buffalo, who are obviously fighters. So like maybe she'd be stronger than like Morel's apprentices at least. I guess.
It does kind
It's
of
really
feel
hard
like
to do that because like they literally haven't done anything. Like we're starting to get into One Piece territory where it's like, all right, how strong are Shanks and
yeah.
like the
I mean, the thing
Gorosei?
is, like, they said they're stronger than Morel and Nove, but the thing is, like, do I believe them? Because like I don't. Because
Yeah,
like the Zodiacs do have a thing of like being high and mighty, and the Tiger specifically is like a little dickhead. So like I don't know if I buy that. Especially because like Morel and Nove like push themselves to like especially Morel pushed himself to a fucking limit.
yeah. I guess like it just like I guess like if there's gonna be like top five nin users on the planet and one of them is Ging and like all the Zodiacs are like his most trusted compatriots, then I guess like the stronger ones maybe would have to like maybe like it would make sense to put like Illumi and like Buffalo guy above Morel just because like he's the strongest one we
Yeah,
know of.
I think
And
putting Illumi above Morel makes sense.
yeah,
Because I think it's fair to say that within the troupe, besides Chrollo, Illumi is now the strongest member.
yeah, okay. Like if we're gonna take Hisoka's number ranking seriously, which I want to do that because it's funny. I think this guy kind of has to go above Morel. Just like if we, because like sure maybe the statement's bullshit, but at the same time like I imagine it's there, and these guys are gonna go to the Dark Continent because like they're the most capable Nen users. So if one of them is like a straight fighter, I imagine they are stronger than Morel.
Yeah, and then we got Tao, who is offensive, and we've actually seen his ability.
Yeah, like he could just like give you a yellow card and put you in a timeout, which is funny.
Yeah.
Uh,
And also, like his specialty is law enforcement, which is like a combat based hunter.
yeah, he's like like a crime hunter, so he has to like hunt bounties and stuff.
Yeah, not a bounty hunter. That's a different one. He's
Right,
a crime hunter, which is different.
He's like a police detective, not a freelancer.
Yes. Yeah.
Monkey guy has a fun ability. He has a funny
besides,
ability.
like Jing, presumably like one of the strongest ones.
It's just that like he's. I'm literally just like basing this off the vibes of he has the Sun Wukong design.
No, I'm not even going off that. I'm going off of three things. One, he's a bounty hunter, so like he has to be like a fighter. Two, he's the traitor, so like like that makes him important and therefore strong. And then three, he just seems like pretty confident in himself. Like when sure, he's working to some degree with Beyond, but he also said leave Beyond to me. So like that's something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's the traitor, so like.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sure he's working with Beyond, but like he still said it.
All right, Cheetle. Like you could just put her anywhere in the bottom half, and it'd just be like, sure.
Like,
that makes sense.
I don't even know where to put her. Because it's like, on one hand, she is one of the only triple star hunters in the world.
But like that's probably just because like she like
does a lot of books.
No, like she actually like changes the world in a positive way and not necessarily punches hard.
I think the nicest we should be is I think we should make Cheeto Leorio tier.
Yeah, like I guess Leorio is learning from her.
I think that's fine.
Yeah. All right.
We got
now what the hell we don't know where the fuck to put these people. We have nothing to.
Sick of ranking Zodiacs.
All right. What about the dragon guy though? He's the dragon, and he's old as fuck. So I want to just put him up with the other fighters.
Strong.
Alright, well, we can just ignore these guys. But we're not ignoring Pariston. I want to rank Pariston.
No, because here's the thing about Pariston. On one hand, he says he's weak, everyone says he's weak, except for one person. Jing openly kind of implies, you're kind of like a fighter, you little bitch.
Yeah, I think it'd be hilarious if it turns out Pariston could, just beat...
Like Phinks, that'd be really fun.
Like Phinks tries to roll up to him and he's just like, "Oh come on, I don't want to fight you. You're one of the infamous Phantom Troop, aren't you? I'm shaking in my boots over here." He's like, "Shut up!" And he tries to punch him and he doesn't even flinch.
Because the thing about like everyone thinking he's weak but Ging is kind of like Pariston's thing. No one understands him but Jing. So Jing being the only one who thinks that he's strong kind of implies that he actually is strong.
Yeah, like, it's not like just, like, the Tiger guy just trying to hype himself up, which, like, may or may not be true, that he's stronger than Morel or whatever. It's like, Jing's like, no, I sincerely believe you're a strong person.
Yeah, because, like, the other Zodiacs think he's weak, but Pariston's whole thing is that none of the other Zodiacs remotely understand him.
Also, if we're gonna go based off portrayal, he's the second strongest after Netero, because he was the vice chairman.
Which is how that works.
It's 100% how that works, buckaroo.
Who's the current vice chairman?
I don't know.
Who the fuck is the current...
Wait, who's the current chairman? Is it Cheetle?
Yeah, Cheetle's the current chairman. Who the fuck's the vice chairman?
Okay, current vice chairman.
I have no idea.
Pariston.
Pariston, still?
No,
No,
like
that's
he
not
resigned.
Netero.
Alright, okay.
I don't think we know.
Yorkshire, she's the 14th chairwoman.
I don't know if she's... Oh, I don't know if she's picked one yet.
Yeah, I guess not. It'd be funny if it ends up being Leorio. I'd love that.
I think it probably will be.
Yeah. Okay,
and then we got...
the movie characters! Let's fucking go! Let's go! Okay, so she is like actual dog shit. She can control a puppy, but that's
these
it.
a couple months ago. Just a robot, don't care.
Yeah, okay, and then this guy can be kind of stupid because like he made puppets.
Member.
He made puppets for all the Phantom Troop, and he also said I can absorb my puppets and use their abilities. And one of these puppets was Chrollo, who could use like some of the stolen abilities, like indoor fish. So it's like, could he use like everything in Chrollo's bandit secret book if he wanted to? Kind of stupid,
Probably.
but at the end of the day, like he can barely fight off like Gon and Killua and Killua, and even with all of his puppets. So it's like, all right, even being like as charitable as possible, he's still like kind of dog shit.
Yeah.
So it's like he is maybe like as strong as Genthru, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems fine. Then we got
the Heaven's Arena guys who's just gonna be.
I don't care about them.
They're implied to be like on Kastro level because they made it to Heaven's Arena. They can totally. Come on, dude. They're floor masters. They're floor masters.
I don't care about any of them.
Okay. We have the own users. Do you want to rank
Hey,
them?
we have the guy who technically beat Netero.
Yeah, I mean he could just like go here because like he is just stronger than old man Netero. He just is.
Technically.
Stay mad.
Netero had not meditated.
Oh, you're right. This was before he meditated, so he's only half as strong. So I guess he could go like here.
Sure.
he's still like in that range because he can still make that giant fuck off like Bodhisattva clone or whatever it was.
No, he's still stupid.
And then like he can like he loses to Gon and Killua before Chimera Ant kicks off, but like after they meet Kite. So like. I guess like
yeah, he's like
he might just belong like somewhere in here. He could probably beat Zazan if we're being real. He dies and just like he just suicides to do his thing. So who gives?
Yeah, he does nothing.
All right, now he just actually like a good fight for Kurapika. Like he makes a clone that's almost as strong as like Emperor Time Kurapika, but Kurapika still wins at the end of the day. So like
yeah.
All right, and then we got the people in the manga who are like worth talking about a bit. Animal Boy is really fun. I love him so much. He's so cool.
Mm-hmm. No, he's such a fun character. Also, his ability is just really good and versatile.
Yeah, I mean, he's not like necessarily like a fighter, but like he can do a lot of cool things to fight with his ability.
Yeah.
The fucking pigeon handcuffs were so awesome.
Oh, it's so good.
It's the most. I remember, like, I forgot how fun Hunter can be because, like, I remember when I was reading, like, there's like Togashi was barely getting a chapter out, and it was mostly just exposition after exposition, which, like, that's what Hunter is. That's fine. But like, like weekly or like monthly or whatever, like it can be a slog. But then that like pigeon handcuff chapter dropped, and it was the most fun thing.
And it's
it
like,
was so
this
fun.
is the coolest guy I've ever met.
It's like, oh my god, I love him. I love him. And like all those mooks are like, oh no, his pigeon handcuffs, they're bulletproof.
Not bad.
Wait a second, where's Nobunaga?
Nobunaga? Is he not here?
Fuck, did I lose Nobunaga? Where's he?
Okay, let's look for Nobunaga real quick.
Alright. Nobunaga. Where's my boy? Like, I love Nobunaga. I can't believe.
I feel like he'd be easy to find, too.
I actually feel bad about this because, like, I love Nobunaga. He's so cool.
Wait, where the hell is he?
Where'd Nobunaga go? He has like such a distinct like hairstyle. How can we miss him? Is he like?
Where the fuck is he? Also,
Is
it
he...
should be like it's presumably anime coloring.
Yeah, it's like. Did they use like his disguise and like we missed him? No. Where the fuck is? Did they forget Nobunaga? Did they forget Nobunaga? They forgot one of the members of the Phantom Troop.
Either they forgot him or we're the blindest people alive.
Alright. From the top one more time. Okay. I'm gonna go slow this time.
Okay, okay. And then I guess if not, we'll just find some schmuck to use as a stand-in.
I love it how the Nobunaga just hits it off with the animal guy. It's like
that's great.
Yeah, I love how Nobunaga will just like make friends with random people or like try to make friends with random people. It's so great.
I really like.
There he is! Oh my god. Okay, like Nobunaga can just fuck it. He's just with Machi here. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, thanks Machi tier. I mean, admittedly, his end sucks ass.
Oh no, like I have to have a note about that too. Like, okay, his end is like 4 meters long. Like that's his range, and then we also have like a Kite who can pull off like 50 meters for like all night, and then Zeno who can do like 100 meters plus. So that's fun. That's cool.
It's just like which makes sense because he's like a close combat fighter, but it's just funny how bad it is.
Yeah. Okay. Back to manga people. Okay, it's just.
Blood manipulation is cool, and he was terrified by Hisoka, but again, that doesn't mean anything, especially because this is post-mortem Hisoka.
Yeah, I guess like maybe they can beat some of the ants before they get Nen.
I imagine he's probably like the same tier as like the poem bodyguard.
He could probably beat Pakul.
I believe in him.
Yeah, just poem bodyguard, and then I guess like she'll just go in the same tier because
she's less of a fighter. I guess.
All right, now the Hunter. Dude.
Which one is this?
Okay, dude. Okay, with prep time, he's unstoppable. Okay.
Oh, you're right. His ability is actually fucking awesome.
I know it's like alright. It's just like the better he can guess your ability from like complete ignorance, like, and the closer he gets to guessing what your ability is and all the rules of it, just the stronger like his little predator becomes, and like his little predator can just instantly.
Puff, he's that JoJo Part 5 villain, except he doesn't have to rape you.
He is. It's like, alright, like, can he fight without the predator? Not really, but like, if he gets his predator off, then like, he might be able to just beat most people.
Because it's like presumably there's a limit based on like his own Nen abilities.
Yeah.
Like, if it's like, oh, to beat this guy, I need to be able to like make this much Nen. He's like, I can't though.
Alright, just like being as charitable, being as charitable.
I will say, he can definitely make a predator to beat Meruem though. He just makes a poison predator.
Alright, no, he gets to be alright. He's really physically strong. He has a tail. He's super durable.
He's an ant. You poison ants.
Oh, sorry, Miriam. You've just been dethroned.
No, his ability is fucking awesome. Well, a lot of the Succession War abilities are like very specific because, like, they're meant for very specific jobs. Like, these are guys who were told what Nen was and then said, make it for the very specific job of guarding the prince from this very specific thing.
Yeah, like, they kind of outright banned, like, outright warfare, so they have to find, like, more insidious and sneaky powers, which is fun.
Yeah.
So, I guess, like, gladiator-style battle, he's gonna get, like, fucked by Hanzo, I guess.
Yeah, but, if he gets any prep time, he's the only actual prep time god.
Alright, this is, like, one where it's, like, he could be really strong, we just don't know how strong he is yet.
In the next, like, volume, he could, like, soar up in the ranks.
He might, like, unironically be, like, this strong already. Like, already.
Yeah.
Like,
but the thing is, like, he's not done with his Nen training yet.
And also, we don't even understand, like, his abilities. Like, he has, like, his Guardian Nen Beast, and then the one that he just learned to summon, like, instinctually, in addition to his, like, Future Sight ability. And also, he's, like...
Future Sight?
Yeah, his Zetsu Future Sight. Which, like, the crazy thing, it's not that he can see the future, it's that, like, even though he sees the future and then acts on it, everyone else still, like, sees an illusion of like how time would have played out otherwise.
Yeah.
So like they just do what they were gonna do, and he's just free to act in those 10 seconds, which is like nutty as fuck.
Really, just his big thing is like, we don't know how good his enhancements are, so it's like, let's say he gets like a free pot shot on Razor. How much is that even gonna do?
Yeah, I know it's weird. Like it just.
So it's like, once we see like the full like capabilities of his Nen training, and by the way, once we get that, I imagine he is gonna be like Kite tier because like that's what they're hyping him up as.
Yeah, I know it's like insane. Like
Once he's done, he is gonna be like an absolute menace, but he's not there yet.
yeah, dude. Imagine what happens when Hisoka sees this guy. Like the like when he saw Gon as a 12-year-old and it was like, ooh, this boy can maybe become a really strong Nen user. He sees this guy who's been doing Nen for like 3 days. He's like, oh my god, I want to see how strong you can get.
Because current death Hisoka, because post death Hisoka Puff is kill all threats. So he would kill him in a heartbeat.
All right, then we have Bill.
He exists.
He's an enhancer. He could probably fight Tesgera. Like he took some bullets, so like he's at least like as strong as the bullet guy that's down here somewhere.
Yeah. So he's fine.
Yeah. Just Tesgera's kind of crap.
Yeah, you can put him there.
Yeah.
And then her.
Okay.
Oh my
Alright, the thing
God.
is, alright, so like this is like something that I misremembered. Like she has this stupid cat that can like revive her after she dies, then kill whoever like killed her just like immediately. And I thought that was her guardian Nen beast, but as it turns out, that's just her normal ability. So like in addition, she has her guardian Nen beast, which should be just as crazy, if not like better. So it's like it's almost like she's as talented as this guy, as her like brother here. Like that's what it kind of just seems to be like. Unironically,
this is a question I raised because it hasn't been answered, and if it's true, she's actually like the strongest person ever, which is. So your Nen gets stronger when you die, right? And her cat revives her. So does her Nen get buffed every single time?
it's a good question.
I don't think it does because that would be too strong. But if it does, she has the potential to become the strongest character ever.
And another thing is just like, can the cat just insta-kill anyone? Like, because that's the rule. Is it just a rule that you have to die to this fucking cat? Or is it like Netero can like punch the cat away or something?
No, because I assume the rule is it's a post-mortem Nen buff, so it's just really hard to overpower. But if you can overpower it, you're good.
Yeah, I guess just like another thing is just like, if you don't kill her, there's literally nothing she can do. She's helpless.
Yeah, which is why like someone like Feitan or Phinks would be fucked, but someone like Morel would do fine because he wouldn't immediately try to kill her.
Yeah, or even like, I don't know, Leorio or Pakal. Like, and basically
bloodthirsty.
Basically anyone who's not bloodthirsty would beat her. So like,
yeah, but that's her thing. She's almost better against stronger opponents.
Yeah. Like, dude, like, you think the Pain Packer is scary? That fucking cat is way more terrifying than the Pain Packer.
No, her ability is so cool because it's literally just based around how good post-mortem Nen is.
Yeah. Alright, and then we have
Beyond
Netero.
So here is my case for Beyond, because I have two things to say. One, he's fucking compared to Netero. But here's the thing. Netero said, unlike me, Beyond genuinely loves, like, the hunt, right?
Yeah.
Because Netero didn't love hunting, he loved fighting, right?
Yeah.
And to me, what that means is Beyond is not as strong as Netero, because Beyond's life goal is not to fight, it's to hunt.
Yeah.
But also, he's the only guy who's gone to the Dark Continent and is, like, fine, so, like, there's that.
Yeah. And also, it's just, like, I imagine, like, the reason why they introduced this character is because he's gonna be, like, a really, like, big, strong guy to look out for.
Yeah.
Why would you introduce Netero's son? Like, why would you introduce Netero's son and then not make him really fucking strong?
Especially when Netero hypes him up as the greatest hunter at being a hunter.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I guess, like, we never get a statement, like, top 5 Nen users from or anything, so maybe Ging would be him in a fight.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you could say that Beyond is probably also another person in the top 5.
No, like, if I had to, like, just guess based on, like, who Netero knows, it'd probably be like, alright, his son Beyond, Ging, possibly one of the Zoldicks,
Oh,
Like
definitely the oldest Zoldyck. Definitely the oldest one.
this guy.
Because he went to the Dark Continent with that guy.
Yeah, so like maybe like one of the Zoldycks. I'm not sure if he knows about Chrollo. Like maybe if he knew about like Chrollo's like bandit secret book and like how many abilities he has, maybe he consider Chrollo.
Yeah, I
But
feel
like
if
Chrollo like
anything,
outright not strong. He's just Chrollo's not like strong, like a better fighter
yeah,
than
no.
some of
I
these other
feel like
guys.
if anything, he's more so a case of the top 5 best Nen users who are hunters and or Zoldicks.
Yeah,
Because those are the 2 groups he knows.
dude, top five,
Pariston
top
could be in his
five.
top 5.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Dude, we get a third Netero video. It's just like, for the record, I wanted to say who my top 5 were. And he's like, Pariston, sorry to ruin your little secret, but you are 4th place. Sorry.
He makes like a watch Mojo video. Hi everyone. Well, Nen is a very diverse, very strong ability, but
And
only
it's also
5
fucking-
can make it onto this
it's
old
also
man's
fucking-
list.
It's really only Netero's top 4 because you know he put himself at number 1.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely true. You know what you know what I think is a very fun comparison right now?
What?
Kaido's top 5. This is like another thing about like One Piece power scalers. It's like
What about Hisoka's top 25?
yeah, like okay, like this is like the thing. Like One Piece power skills will look at Kaido's top 5, which like means fucking nothing, and try and like
Is it like
use it
only
as
pilots
fact.
that he thinks are really cool?
Yeah, because like again, like you could like it's just like if we're not even told like these are the top 5 strongest people on the planet or anything, it's just like oh wow, 5 really strong people that like Kaido respects. And like the thing is like I remember I had this dumb argument with people like
Big Mom's like 2 feet away from him.
yeah, I know, because it would be like ridiculous if we saw like the Visage or Big Mom as Big Mom standing like right beside him. Like that'd just be goofy.
Uh-huh.
And also like Odin, like I had a long arguments with people about this too. Like, is Odin really stronger than like Garp and Sengoku? Possibly, but I kind of doubt it.
Right.
And like with Netero, it's like actually concretely says like yes, these are the top 5 strongest people, and I think Ging is up there, and like that kind of means something. Because, like, Netero, like, defined what that was, like, top 5 Nenus, and not like, oh, I see the visage of 5 really strong people standing behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just, like, the difference between, like, One Piece and other series. Like, they'll just have
Well,
statements
Hunter
like
Hunter
that.
specifically is, I think, like one of the most power scalar friendly series ever.
Yeah, like, dude, come on. Look at this.
It's like
Look at
like,
this.
Puff, we
Look
could
at
be
this.
wrong on a lot of these, but the reasons we'd be wrong are awesome.
Yeah, like, I can imagine, like, someone, like, a Hunter x Hunter fan, like, in the chat, like, well, actually, there's this one statement, and it's like, oh, yeah, you're right. Wing actually, or like, shoot actually does belong right here, or something like that.
Yeah. It's like,
And, like, I'm willing to buy
would be
that.
Awesome.
But, like, when I imagine, like, a One Piece fan getting to know him, it's like, now, hold on. You put Mihawk way too low on this list. Now, hold on. Let's define what a swordsman is. A swordsman is not a hockey man. A hockey man is very different from a swordsman, and it's like, shut the fuck up.
Man, it's definitely a real term that people use, and definitely not something that Mihawk wankers made up.
Yeah, so the thing is, there are no, like, fan terms for Hunter x Hunter power scaling, at least not
Well,
to my
I know, but
knowledge.
there's not a lot of them.
Yeah, there's like not like whereas like for something like One Piece, there's like so fucking many. There's
Like
so
a lot
many.
got a lot did actually get retired. Like Vice Admiral level got retired because it was so ass.
Warlord level. Yeah, and I guess like also another thing is just because like the characters like clearly define what their abilities are. There's not like really any head guessing. Like there's still some people who are like unsure if like invisible hockey is a thing. Like if you can use armored hockey without like turning your hands black or whatever. Like that's still a question to a lot of people. Is there's no like there's no questions, there's no gray area with Hunter x Hunter. It just delightfully indulges in let's write like a whole dictionary wiki of how like superpowers work in my fictional setting, and it's
Right.
splendid. It's great. I love Hunter x Hunter.
Well, anyway, Hunter x Hunter, good show, good for power scaling, better manga than it is show. Fuck you, 2011 watchers.
Yeah, like I guess like it is kind of like the weird cope, like oh the volumes look so much better, but like they really do. Like
No, also-
I don't
also,
think
this
like
is-
I don't think like Hunter x Hunter is like one of the best like looking manga I've ever seen.
It looks good.
Yeah, like honestly, like I don't think like I wouldn't say like the drawing. Like I don't think Togashi's like a better illustrator than a lot of other of his contemporaries or whatever. But he's very good at character designs. Like
Yeah,
you have to give him that much. You have to give him that much.
like one thing that is fucked up is the two worst looking Hunter x Hunter chapters by a mile and a half are the ones where the anime ends.
Yeah,
So like people jumping in read those and think, oh, this is going to be the ugliest manga I've ever seen.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to like turn my screen black for this last thing. I think I'm gonna just go to manga page and like look for some of my old Hunter x Hunter things that I dropped. The ones.
Yeah,
that...
I sent some too.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, obviously the one that everyone's jerked off recently is the melody panel.
Yeah.
But in all fairness, a lot of that is background art, meaning it could have been done by assistants.
Dude, look at the Nen beasts. The Nen beasts look cool.
Oh, dude, they look awesome. Okay, Puff, admittedly, going through manga page is unfair because you're seeing a lot of better looking manga.
Oh yeah, that's unfair. Oh, I like the one where
like Peppa spammed Toriko art recently.
Dude, that fucking lion getting choked up by the prince is just fun.
Oh, that's such a good introduction to a character.
I love like
Dad agreed to the deal.
Yeah, I guess like one thing is like sometimes like the backgrounds like look pretty sparse. Like there's this one panel like I'm looking at right now with Chrollo and the whole crowd behind him. The whole crowd is just like a bunch of white people, like their clothes aren't colored in or anything.
Yeah. I mean,
but like I love
is a cloud.
Yeah, but also yeah, that's fine, but like, also I love Chrollo's face in this panel. It's so great. I love it so much. He's just about to chuck this guy at Hisoka, and he looks like, I'm going to murder you. You're not getting out of this alive, you motherfucker.
But then sometimes the backgrounds look really good. Like, look at 2 left to the Chrollo one that you sent.
Yeah, the one with the 2 guys' shadows.
It's just a good background.
Yeah. And also
Togashi's really good at comedy art.
Yeah. Like, there's these little doodles all over that just look very funny and delightful. Which, like, I guess if you're one of those people like, oh, well, it's shittily drawn, it's a little doodle. It's like, yeah, but doodles are fun. Who gives a fuck?
It just looks...
Have fun.
It just looks good sometimes. Like, sometimes it looks fucking insane.
Sometimes it does get a little weird. Like, remember that Gone panel where he's pointing?
Yeah, that one specifically just, like, he went for it and it just didn't turn out great.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining me.
Yep.